Think we're live? We're live! We're live and better than ever! Hopefully. We'll see, actually. We'll get into it in a minute and soon see if we can prove that point. But if we're not live and better than ever right now, maybe we'll be later on. It is going to be a serious test of my character. Okay. Mega Man Zero! Already getting off to a great start, can't even talk. Okay. Let's see, I think everything's looking good. Sorry, just let me do a little checkaroonie here. Revving it up. Getting the good stuff going. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we're going okay. Says I'm live. It's picking me up, so that's a good thing. It's a good thing that we should always strive for when we do these streamer things. Okay. Oh wait, is that on top? My layout could stand to be adjusted a tad. Yeah, if we do it like that, I want to be able to read YouTube chat too. If we work it like that, I think I'll be able to work it out. Okay, let's get it. Let's get going. Okay, this is going to be fun, because I just recently replaced the button membranes in my PS4 controller, so we are good to go, and we'll see how long this lasts, actually. Because the button membranes in my PS4 controller tend to wear out a lot more quickly than I'd like them to. And I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that I play Mega Man Zero. You know, do 100 points runs, but yeah. Enja, yo, hey, welcome back in. Yo, hey, thank you for the good luck. I know, I'm going to be doing a series of challenges for the foreseeable future. I'm going to be trying to do 100 straight 100 points runs in the Mega Man Zero series, all 4 games. And you can see right here, my New Game Plus file, you see the 9 on the far right records just how many playthroughs I've done, like consecutive New Game Plus playthroughs I've done. So I'm on my 9th playthrough here. But yeah, that means I have technically, you know, 89 to go, no, excuse me, 91 to go on top of this. But yeah, this is the thing that I've always, this is something I've always done between all 4 Zero games. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've been doing like 100 points playthroughs, you know, for the rank, you know, 100 points rank playthroughs of all 4 games, just because I love them so much, you know, just because I want the additional challenge, and it's always been my way of getting more out of the game, you know, like speedrunners have their thing, you know, trying to beat the game as fast as possible. That's never been my thing. My thing has always been getting affirmation from the game itself, and 100 point ranks are kind of the best praise you can get from the game in that regard. But yeah. Gonna see how far, you know, see how it goes. You know, I'm pretty confident in myself, but yeah. Also, we're going with the remastered music right off the bat here because it is awesome stuff. Oh, actually, I want to turn that up because the loudness of the music directly impacts how I play the games or how I perform. But Enja, hey, hope you're doing well. Do you prefer that to be pronounced Ninja or Enja, by the way? Because, you know, I'd like to get these things right. Oh, wait. A couple more things here I want to adjust. Respawn that. Hello? Don't do that, please. 1 point already. Come down. Thank you. Good, got the bomb. The music is a little behind, which lets me think I'm a bit behind, but still good. Warning, warning. This boss kind of tends to bob up and down, which kind of lets you hit him better. From the ground, I mean. I'm not sure if when he's at his highest height, you can't hit him with the Buster, but I usually have pretty good success hitting him with the Buster in any case. There we go. So that's the first mission. Whoop. Zooming in. Okay, good start. 100 points on the first one, just 1 point of damage, so I think we're okay. You know what I really should have done before I kicked this off was I should have done a little warm-up with some of the later bosses that tend to be a big pain. Either or really, the origin of the name came from when I wanted to make this account. Oh, good. I'm glad you're giving me the lore. I always love finding out about the lore behind people's names because they're all so diverse. Twitch would not allow me to have my name be Mini Ninja 32 for reasons I have no clue why. I know that's weird. What the heck? But at the same time, it was doing the rise of the Fortnite player. Oh, during the rise of Ninja. I remember him. Is he still around actually? Huh. So I think Twitch didn't want me to have my name sound anything like that at the time, and this is back in 2016 or so. Okay, well I think that's confirmation then that I can pronounce it Ninja, which is a lot easier on me than Enja, because I instinctively want to read it Ninja, just based on those 3 first letters. So shortened it to Enja. Do the Battle Network buds call you that too? Or are they just like, do they have other nicknames for you? Yo, Enja, I gotta ask you, since you've known Terra for such a long time, I gotta ask you, is he always as, I guess I'll say, cool, chill, as he appeared at Mega May? Because I gotta tell you, man, I was constantly impressed with that guy and just how he just rolled with the punches. You know, it's like nothing could frustrate him. Like, no amount of tech problems or people problems could frustrate him. I mean, he just rolled with it. I'm asking you because you said you've known him for a long time. Where are we going? Oh, we're going too far. This is not where I grind. Yeah, so this is all grinding. This will take me about 7 minutes. I've timed it before. If I could remember... Yeah, this is the place. Absolutely. That's crazy, man. Man, I can't tell you how impressed I was with his patience during Mega May. Because, my gosh, there were so many tech problems that they would encounter time after time on a regular basis, just constantly. And he would never get upset. Like, no matter how far behind they were, he would never get upset. And I just thought it was so impressive. That's awesome, though. I mean, that's definitely the ideal person you want to be managing a 760-hour Mega Man marathon. What about you, man? I can't remember what showcases, if any, did you do during Mega Man? Because I mostly remember your being with the gang, you know, like on the voice chat, and I'm not sure if I remember you're doing actual showcases yourself. You might have though, which is why I want to know. The big one that I remember you're being a part of was the Battle Network 3. I think it was a 100 points race, or I remember being on 2 screens, but I'm not sure if that was necessarily the case. But it went on for like 12 hours. 12 plus hours, and it was a really long grind. But I remember you're being on board that one, at the very least. Can I charge yet? I can't yet. This is going to be the part of the run where I have the most leeway to talk in chat. So I'm kind of hoping that I get more chatters in here for this, strictly this 7 minutes. Within the next 7 minutes. Because then it's going to be a big rush, and I might have a hard time to focus on chat and gameplay at the same time. But now it's just a grind fest, so it's chill. There we go, charge. Those two, good stuff. Takes a rather long time. Especially the last charge upgrade. Takes forever. I gotta remember to actually upgrade for the, grind for the spin slash too. But I tend to forget the spin slash. It's generally like an afterthought. But just recently, it's becoming more and more useful in my playthrough, so I've taken extra time to grind for it. I didn't normally used to grind for it, but I do now. Spin slash is very useful, particularly the jump spin slash. The dash spin slash is just whatever, that's why I don't bother with that, but the jump spin slash is absolutely great. Absolutely never seen him curse or curse someone out. I've never seen him get angry either. Maybe playfully angry, but never frustratingly angry. That's crazy, man. Like, not even cursed is insane. Dang, the dude is built different, man. Or, I gotta ask, actually, this springboarding off that, is that kind of like the general vibe that you guys, like, is that generally the vibe in your group in general? Because if that's the case, then I can understand it. But if it's just mainly him, then that's beyond impressive. Oh, I think oh, wait, I'm supposed to be doing the jump slash, not the dash slash. That levels it up faster. There we go. There's the spin slash. Now, Buster time. Actually, should I be using Charge Slam or Charge Buster? I should probably be using Charge Buster. Although this is useful too. I'll do both, actually. Nope, don't you dare. What level are we at? 1. All depends who we're talking about. Is there lag here? I feel like there's lag in the stream. Hold on, let me check this out, actually. I hope there's not lag. I feel like there is. Oh, yeah, this is slowing down all right. What's OBS telling me? OBS, you better not be dropping frames. Nope, it's not dropping frames. Yes, you better not be dropping frames. Nope, it's not dropping frames. Okay, there's like a 3-second difference. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's like a 3-second difference. Okay, a 5-second difference, actually. Well, it's not terrible, so I'm not going to bother with it too much. Apologies for the echo, by the way. I needed that to gauge how bad the lag was, or the latency, rather. Depends on who we're talking about. Oh, I already read that, but I'm just now processing it. Gotcha. Well, I mean, in that case, that would seem to imply that it's not a general thing. In which case, props to Terra for maintaining his own identity. That's cool, though. I think those make the best groups, like where everyone has their own personality and not necessarily letting the others influence how they, you know, what they're like. Now we got that. This is taking a little longer than 7 minutes. I'm not completely on my game. Yeah, the way level grinding works in Zero is both hits and kills give you increased amounts of EXP for the weapons. So hitting something gives you EXP, but also killing them does, and those stack. So ideally, you want to be killing the things you're hitting, and these spiders are just perfect for that. They're really an ideal enemy to be here for grinding purposes. Also the... Okay, we're good now. We can leave. Finally. Also the skill... if you're using charge weapons or like half-charge shots, then that will contribute more points toward the next charge skill. Or in terms of saber combos, if you're using the latest skill that you acquired in the combo, you know, for the skill, and that'll contribute more points to the next combo in the skill, if that makes sense. Okay, we could save now. Just let me try to remember which save file I can do. Oh yeah, this is pretty easy actually to remember. It's 8 because that was, yeah, that was the number before 9 here. Rewriting over that file. We will be saving consistently after every single stage, just in case I have to reset. Oh, gosh. Oh, missed that. 21 points, fine. I could take up to 3 points of damage. Oh, missed my jump. Fine, I get an extra kill. I need some extra enemies here to accommodate the rank. That should be enough. I should have my notes open, too. Alright, since I took that hit back there, I'm pretty sure I can't take any hits to this guy. 0-3 is the hardest game of the whole series to 100-point ranks. It's such a low damage threshold. Okay, you're done. Good stuff. He was a little nice to me there. You always love to see it. because he does a lot of damage in general. I think his lowest hitting attack does 2 points of damage. And I think those would have been the bullets. If I got hit by a bullet, then it would have been fine. Because that would have brought me up to 3 points of damage, which would have been under limit. Or just added, actually. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Saving up again. This one. I really like how the Legacy Collection gives you 3 additional save slots for 0-1. Very nice. Retrieve data. Should have saved. I should have equipped the elect chip before I went in here. Doing the thing. Hopefully doing it good. Making a point not to. Okay, that's all the damage I could take in this stage now. Okay, that's gotta reset. This is why I should have equipped the elect chip. It's actually totally fine, but it just means I have to do more menuing if I have to reset. Oh, wrong one. Retrieve data. I always take a reset to this mission. Always. There's a lot of crap in it. The screen crunch isn't very nice to you, usually. That's why I said I should have done some warm-up earlier. Good. And where's the spider? There's a spider. Ooh, tight! Cool. Is there a... Yeah, none. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6... Get one more, just for safety. There we go. Yo, Magnus! Hey! Dude, we were talking about Zero earlier, and it low-key inspired me to do this. Again. Hey, man, appreciate it. Yo, dude, your Donkey Kong adventure is getting consistently crazier. Hold on a second, I gotta focus here. There we go. That is the first time I've taken him out well, maybe I've done it more often, I don't know. Do you have a PC, Steam Deck, or ROG Ally that you use to play these games? I play it on a PC, excuse me. Yeah, PC. That is the definitive way to play these games, in my opinion. I'm also doing it off the Legacy Collection, which, yeah, it's definitive because it has the remastered music mods. Like the official remastered music mods that Inti Creates put out back in the day alongside the games. Phenomenal music tracks, absolutely stellar stuff. I used to listen to those tracks on my old MP3 player while doing chores around the house as a kid. It's phenomenal stuff. And yeah, if like 12, 13-year-old me back in the day knew that he'd be able to listen to those songs while playing the games, like the actual games eventually, he would have lost his mind. I was such a hardcore, I still am, but such a hardcore, I was just as hardcore of a Mega Man Zero fan back then as I am now. But dude, I'm so thankful for this collection. It allows me to play these games exactly how I wanted to play them back in the day and couldn't. So it's a great experience. Last level's Jamie mentally, I needed to stop and relax for a bit. Dude, you? Magnus, I would never know it. You were always tackling those ROM hacks with such an air of absolute chillness. You know, I can tell when you're getting frustrated at times, but you never let it overcome you. You know, you always just kind of roll with the punches. You get back up, you fall down, but you get back up, and then you just move on. You know, you're always so focused and patient with the process. It's like I'd never know it if you told me. I never know it if you didn't tell me that the last levels were draining you mentally. Dude, I hope you recover though. I hope when you get back to it, you're able to do it though. Because I know what that's like, man. It's like after playing for a while and then you just when you just come over a really high hurdle, it just seems impossible to that time. But I feel like that's gonna be one of those things where it's like you just need a break, and like when you come back to it, I'm sure you'll beat it in like a half hour or something. That's how it always works for me anyway. I'll be struggling with something for hours and hours, and I'll just be raging, and eventually I'll put it down because I can't take anymore. But then when I come back to it, a few hours later, I'll beat it in like 20 minutes or 5 minutes or something. It is always like a first time. Every single time that happens. Which I think is a sign in the end that, you're kind of overthinking it maybe. Or like overstraining your brain cells. You're just tired, man, and you need to rest. Yeah, when you start doing dumb mistakes, it's the moment you call it. Yeah, it really is, man. Magnus, if you got, you're perfectly free to join me on the VC if you want, by the way. Like, if you want to chat up some Zero. Or not. Well, if you're tired, then I get it if you don't want to, but just throwing that out to you. Cool. Is that an affirmation or not? I'll pull up Discord just in case it is. But no, I totally get it if you're tired, man. Totally get it. I've been there. Magnus, by the way, you have an open invitation to join me whenever the heck you want. Oh no, Yoshinita Squad's gonna be busy this weekend. So they won't be available for co-op. Dang. Oh no, whatever are we gonna do? We're gonna rot this week in Mario 64. What the heck, man? We won't have the Yoshinator Squad to carry us. We're gonna rot so bad, man. We're gonna be bottom of the barrel. Well, it's more pressure to step up the game. Check that message. Okay, cool. Cooking something to eat right now just to fill it up. Okay. Hey, man. Well, yeah, I just opened Discord, so whenever you want to just ring me up, I'm totally cool with that. But, yeah, that was me with playing the Sonic Adventure game for stream. Yeah, I hear Sonic's like that as well. I never played a Sonic game before. Well, no, it's not entirely true. I remember playing it at demo stations at like old Toys R Us stalls back in the day, but that's kind of it. I just never got into it, or I never had. I don't really know what it was, to be honest. I think I was just too big of a Mega Man fan. Not that Mega Man was like a rival of Sonic necessarily, or like I was opposed to Sonic because I felt Mega Man needed more support, but it's like, like that was during the time where there were so many Mega Man games coming out that I felt like that was the only game that I needed to play back then. Because Mega Man had so many genres during the golden age of Mega Man, which is when I grew up. And it was like I felt I had a genre in Mega Man for every single game I wanted to play or could ever want to play, and I always say this, like if I wanted a platformer or action games, I had a whole slew of options in the form of Mega Man Zero or Mega Man X or Classic. If I wanted an RPG, I'd play Battle Network. If I wanted like a turn-based game, I'd play, Command Mission. If I wanted a 3D game, I'd play Legends. If I wanted a Metroidvania, I'd play ZX. And Mega Man had me covered on so many fronts to the point where, it's like I was specifically only a Mega Man gamer for a long time, as wild as that sounds. But that's how it was, yeah. Enja, I'm gonna have to check out your stream sometime, man. Yo, because you're a familiar name. And I like getting more familiar with the familiar names. Yoshi Squad is going to be amps and shenanigans will ensue with our group. Yeah, I know, dude. It's going to be absolute chaos. Yeah, it's going to be absolute chaos, and we will not know what to do with ourselves. What the heck? What do we do? Nah, we'll figure it out. We will adjust to it, make it work. Destroy the train! Oh, I forgot to pick up or not the recoil rod, the triple rod. Oh well, I don't need it in this stage, but I'll forget about it if I don't pick it up soon. I should actually get in the habit of doing a stage that requires a triple rod right after Maha, so that I remember to pick up the triple rod more often. Yo, Revankids, welcome in, welcome in! Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Well, I'm not getting distracted, but... I mean, I am, but... Chat is more fun than any game I would choose to play willingly on the stream. Autocrag corrected Steam with Stream. Oh, I feel like I still got it. For once. You know, normally I'm terrible about self-correcting, or normally I'm terrible about picking up on typos, like other people's typos in the chat, because like my brain is usually divided between the game and the chat itself. So, you know, any faculties that I would normally devote to autocorrecting in my head would be tied up by the game. So I apologize if I interpret your typo as it's meant to be, or as you spell it, because it's a problem that I have. On a quick corrected Steam with Stream. Yeah, I still got that. Sadly, I do not have actual stream. Work, family, girlfriend, and puppy do not allow me to stream, sadly, at this moment. Dang. I hear you, man. Do you like streaming, though? Because I'm inclined to sympathize with you, but, you know, it depends on how much you enjoy it, I guess. But the reason I'm inclined to sympathize with you is because I've been there, man. I was there for the longest time, where I actually just recently got back to streaming. Like, it was like legit within the last few months. I was taking a break from streaming for a good, like, 9 years. Like, straight up, you know? There was a time where I was into it, but then... you know, my computer got out-specced, you know, like, because, like, when I messed around with, and, you know, I guess I was mostly messing around with streaming back then, but I really enjoyed what I did while messing around. But, like, no joke, my old PC setup, I wasn't using OBS, I was using the other streaming software, which I can't remember the name of. But that streaming software was legit taking up 50% of my CPU when I was streaming back in the day. So it was not manageable at all. So it was like a cross between, you know, hardware problems, internet problems, and in time as well, to a more limited extent. But, you know, I wanted to stream so bad. Because, again, you know, I loved messing around with it as a hobby back in the day. And then eventually, you know, when I got into Get Me Off the Moon... activities, you know, those feelings only they only got bigger, because, you know, I wanted to stream for Get Me Off the Moon as well, because you know, I was leading the activities back in the day, and it just seemed like a good promotional outlet. But my hardware was still bad then, so I had to, you know, reach out to other people in the group to stream for me. Or stream for us, you know, as a group. But no, dude, I had so much fun, even just, and you know, I would come on the stream as a commentator quite regularly, but I always wished I could be at the helm, you know, instead of just primarily being a commentator and letting our mainstream guy do all the streaming. But no, it was really fun. Streamlabs, that was it, Magnus. I wanted to say that, but I was kind of inclined to forget. But yeah, so this is like 10 years of build-up, honestly, finally being realized, you know, because, dude, I wanted to stream so bad. I would watch other people stream, and I'd be like, man, I want to do this. But this is like 10 years of build-up finally being realized, and oh my gosh, guys, I cannot tell you how hyped I am. That's why, you know, that's why I am like I am, you know, normally. I think that's why I am generally so hyped on the streams, because I'm just happy to be here, man. You know, it's so fun to stream. More into watching the streams than creating streams. Okay, that's good to know, Ninja. Because I think it would definitely, it would be sad the other way around, like if you couldn't, or if you were more into actually streaming. Because like that, again, that's where I've been, and I can tell you it hurts when you are in that situation. I agree with you. I started with Sonic on Sega, but dropped it for Mega Man when I played a game on my Game Boy. Oh, which Game Boy Mega Man game? Oh, which one? Oh, dude, I remember being so psyched when those games came onto 3DS eShop back in the day. Because that was the first time, the only time they were ever re-released. Or I think so. I think they might have actually gotten to Switch, like Nintendo Switch Online after that. But the 3DS eShop was the first time they were re-released since their initial release. And that was a big deal back in the day because those Game Boy games were very expensive on the online market. You know, you go to eBay, like half of those Game Boy games are over $100. Especially good. That was especially the case with Mega Man 4 and 5 on the Game Boy, which were the highest quality Game Boy games. They were absurdly expensive on eBay, and I always regretted that because I always wanted to play those games. But then, you know, eventually they got onto 3DS, and I was pleased to pieces because I finally played them on there, and that was great. I would disown you straight up if I started streaming because then all the focus would be on streaming versus work, family, girlfriend, and puppy, to the point where I'd probably quit all my jobs. Well, at least that's what my mom told me when I asked her such a thing back in 2020 when COVID was a thing. Oh, okay. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's sad. It's like, especially if you enjoy it, man, you know, it's so fun. But I get how it might also be a distraction from more important duties as well. Because, I mean, let's face it, there are other things that take priority, and we have to, you know, prioritize those things. And, you know, so many distractions can get in the way of those other obligations. So you do have to be a little careful, I guess. It's not an entirely, you know, wrong argument, I guess, that it would probably take you away. But, I mean, you know, there's a balance, obviously. We don't have to lean, like, so far one way or so far another. I mean, we could always strike a balance. It just comes with, you know, testing the waters, seeing what works. Yeah, and it's, you know, I can't be like that. But I'm sorry, Ninja. That if I were in your shoes, I think I would be bursting at the seams, honestly. Honestly, it's been so long for me, I don't remember. Just know I like the tone of Mega Man over Sonic. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I know a lot of... Well, it's funny how the Mega Man and Sonic fan bases tend to overlap with each other so often. Dude, I can't tell you how many Mega Man fans I've met. I feel like half the Mega Man fans I've met are also hardcore Sonic fans. It's kind of crazy, actually. But, yeah. I'm not necessarily one of them, but I always have just loved the tone of Mega Man more myself. It's just something about like that fight for everlasting peace, which just hits so close to home for me. It's just I love the overall message of Mega Man, how he's like this hero who like wasn't designed to fight, but he steps up to it just because he wants to help, you know, and he wants to, you know, do what he can. You know, as a robot with superhuman capabilities. Yeah, I just think it's a really wonderful message. And then, you know, you go further on in the other Mega Man games, and they all have their own morals and just great themes, great, you know, coming of age sort of, you know, lessons that they teach. You know, I can go on and on about that. That's really what I enjoy about getting into conversations with Mega Man fans about. It's like, you know, talking with them about like things that they've learned from Mega Man or lessons that they've gotten from it. It's like, you know, because I can tell you straight up, both honestly, it goes both ways. Both the story and the actual gameplay have taught me, I felt, just so much persistence over the years as I've gotten older. You know, like all the... Like, straight up, I could tell you, like, getting into new jobs and, you know, having to learn new things and having to be really patient with the learning process. I go back to my my old, you know, my first time getting into Mega Man games. You know, like, I think back to my old, you know, times playing, like, classic Mega Man and how hard those games would be to adapt to. But, you know, you game over time after time, you die and die, but you relearn, you know, you learn the ropes. Eventually through practice. And that's what, I mean, that's a very important lesson for life, isn't it? Yeah, you know, I honestly really feel that the patience that Mega Man games have taught me with all their difficulty has really helped me out in life, you know, with jobs and like other obligations and other IRL things. It's yeah. And you won't hear many people saying that maybe, but I think it's an absolutely true fact. Did you get back into Sonic with Shadow games though? I missed that game. Oh, did you now? Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I mostly know Shadow from the movie. For better or for worse. Okay, give me another hot minute, folks. These punchers can really take you off guard here. I gotta really focus not to get punched. Is there one over here? There is. Screen crunch, baby. Gotta love it. Yep, I knew that guy was coming. Charge. Okay, lift up, lift up. There we go. Okay, that should be all. Good stuff. That's a lot slower than how I usually like to take it, but stream nerves, you know. I get I'd maybe say like a 20 to 30% skill debuff every time I stream these games. Does the nerves set in? Like right there, that was a bad combo. I didn't get off the sneaky hit. Missed it twice. Okay. I might die here. Hope I don't die here. This is also going a lot slower than how I usually like to do it. But okay, it gets done. Yo, Ravenkiss, what do you like about the Shadow game in particular? What's different about it? Because I think I've also heard, I don't know a whole lot about Sonic again, but I want to say I've also heard people do not like that game. I might be wrong though. All right. What can I do now? Occupy factories. Oh wait. Yeah, it's Occupy Factory. That's where I get the flame chip. Oh, I still forgot the triple rod. Okay, hold on. We need to pick that thing up. Triple rod. Hold on. There, that's faster. Triple rod. The triple rod is both that and the shield boomerang. I do not take time to grind for levels. I keep them at their base level, just because I don't need their charges usually. My main application for the triple rod in this game is just for like as a utility. I just use it for like bouncing off enemies to get some nice skips. Oh wait, no, it's not this one. Oh, actually, let's do this one. Oh wait, no, I don't have the fire chip yet. I need the fire chip first. Just grind the saber. Yeah, you were telling me about that earlier, Magnus. Found that. Okay, we can get a skip off here. I missed it. Oh, okay. Gotta reset now. Maybe I should use the analog. I really do not like the fact that the triple rod aims diagonally down. What I tried to do there, I was trying to do a direct down input for the pogo, but I pulled off a diagonal down input by mistake. It happens. Oh wait, I got it already? I saved when I got that? Never mind, I didn't realize that. Actually, let me just switch to that now. Yeah, this happens so often where I try to do a down input like that, and I'll do like that by mistake. And the problem with that is that you can't get a pogo hop with it. You can only get a pogo hop with the down input. So happens way too often and messes me up. But it is a nice skip, and that's why I keep doing it. Over here. Oh wait, no. Oh, I messed that up. May as well just do it the normal way at this point. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Grinding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want 8 of these, but I'll get a few more just for safety. Oh wait, no, I don't usually do that. Oh, are you there? Let's find out. Cool. This always gets on my nerves. Some of these things, if those lift or drop at the wrong times, you will be getting hit by them no matter what you do. And then it's like 3 damage to you. Which, if you don't take any more damage, that's fine, because 3 points of damage is the limit. But ideally, you're saving all your damage for your boss. Or for the boss. I can skip that guy. I got some extra enemies. Okay, good. So we're making it here with full damage. So we can take 3 hits to this guy, which is nice. Ideally, I won't be getting hit at all, though. Oh. Took me by surprise. Thought he was going to open up again. Or, like, I thought he was going to use the dragons again. He doesn't usually do this. It's a rare pattern. A good pattern, though. Like, you can get way more hits off if he does the bullets, as opposed to when he's using the dragons. Yeah, that surprised me. Usually he just goes... When he pulls out the dragons, usually he just sticks with that for the entire fight. He doesn't usually go back into the bullets. Good stuff, though. Yeah, Saber takes the absolute priority when it comes to, you know, grinding levels for your weapons. But I like the Buster, too. The Buster is such a saving grace, honestly, because it's like, it's the safe weapon. And there are a lot of bosses, a lot of enemies in general, which are just not safe to fight with the Saber, even if it's a charged Saber. And that's saying a lot, because the charged Saber has a very huge hitbox. And normally it is pretty safe to use, but yeah, in a lot of cases the Buster is safer, just because it's a long-distance item. And also because, you know, by having both of those weapons grinded to max, you can, you know, you can charge them at the same time and kind of, like, interchange both weapons. So it's like I can have one charging on the side while I do a triple combo. Or I can have both charging at the same time, get one charge off after another. That's also extremely useful. Kind of an overpowered tactic, honestly. Things like that actually kind of make me want to say it's it makes sense why grinding the levels takes as long as it does, because when you actually do get those charges, they are just obscenely useful. And they're extremely versatile as well. That's the other thing. Savior, yeah. Oh, are we there already? Is that the name we got? Oh yeah, we got the name. I can't remember how... Oh, Magnus, I think we talked about this recently, or some other time, that there is a particular nickname, which is like the best nickname, and you can only get it after like achieving consecutive like S ranks. I think it's like 7 S ranks where you get the best nickname, which I think is Redeemer, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the nicknames, to be honest. I just go... Yeah, I was like 7 S ranks. Okay. Is that the same across? What I was wondering about was if that was the same across all 4-0 games. 'Cause I can't remember. Okay, but I got the fire chip now. Now we can find the shuttle. I hate this mission, by the way. I hate this mission more than every other mission in the Zero series. It's a long, long drag. It's a long, long way. Gets further day by day. Old Irish song for you. What do I do here? Jump. Shoutouts to dialogue boxes being in the way. Hello. Good to see you. You normally see speedrunners skipping a lot of these enemies, and for good reason, because they are quite an interruption to your momentum. But I fight a lot of them because the rank requires it. Oh. There we go. I don't fight all of them, but I fight a lot more than speedrunners would. Oh, gotta switch to my fire chip. Shoutouts to the fact you can hit that guy off screen. Oh. This boss is also boring. It goes the exact same way every single fight without any difference. Like, the way you saw that, that's exactly how it goes every single time. Which is not very exciting. And you would think I'd be pretty grateful for, you know, a boss which is not a big wild card. But, yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's... I like to have some spice. Some unpredictability. Just makes it a little more fun. Should I stick with a charge or not? Let's stick with a charge. Can't remember. That one snuck up on me plenty of times before. Hope he doesn't respawn. Please don't respawn. Thank you. It's always the biggest worry about escorting this guy. The biggest worry is that he falls off screen, and then in the time that you retrieve him off screen, the enemy respawns, and then you aren't prepared to fight it. I expected you. He was really close to firing that. It up. Okay, here's the next set. Should be another spider, or snake, rather. These guys put the ache in snake. Ouch. Don't you dare! Oh my frickin' god, that was so close. Please don't respawn. We're exactly where he's standing. Did I get him? Oh, I got him. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Lynx! Lynx, I was so nervous. He almost got him. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The tension. Dude, I hate that mission. That is the worst mission for me in the entire series. Hands down. There you go, 100 points, yeah. Magnus, you were saying something too. Anakaris has been doing this for many centuries. The dude needs to update his repertoire. Yeah, Anubis Necromancis is his name. Yeah, I guess that makes sense if he has been doing it for like decades. So that like he's used to doing it in a certain way, and he cannot deviate from his normal strategies. It's just like me. I look at certain speedrun strats and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Screw it. Just gonna stick to my own my own way of doing things. Missed the GV3 stream. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Lynx. I finished the GV3 main story. Then I found out there was this crazy thing called an epilogue. And I started a new file on there. And that was fun for the little bit I played. I didn't, beat that yet, but I beat like 2 missions in it, and that was fun. But my soul was calling. It was craving more Zero by that point. I devoted like, I don't know, 5-6 streams to Gunvolt shenanigans. Between like the first 3 games. And, I know I have an epilogue to do in Gunvolt 3. I know I also have the Copen games to do. But at that point I was like, okay, my heart yearns for the mines. My heart yearns for more poison. I need poison. Inject more Mega Man Zero into my veins. Yeah, so that is how it's going. And, dude, you showed up at the perfect time. You gave me the luck I needed to get through, just barely scrape through that escort mission, which I hate. Ugh. He was like so close. Dude, that snake fired a rock which hit his toe. Like straight up hit his toe. Barely grazed him. You could insert a card in between there. It was like that close. I mean, I took a hit too, but that was fine. I mean, I knew I could take that hit. But if he gets hit even once, then I lose the rank and I gotta reset. So. And the best rank that you get in Mega Man Zero is Immortal. For all the rest of the games, it's Redeemer. In Japan, they didn't shake up the bush around and straight up call you God. Oh, holy crap, really? Dang! Oh, that's cool. Wait, I kind of want that. Dude, the parallels to Omega just get closer and closer. Because, I see those names and I just think, man, they're really stretching for Omega here, aren't they? With his "Ware wa Missionary." But yeah, played Star Force today earlier. More Star Force 1. Yeah, Lynx, I saw that. I was looking for a bit of that. I was very happy to catch your reaction, and maybe you, or actually, maybe it wasn't so much a new thing for you because you played those games before in your youth, I think. But I was very pleased to catch your reaction to the part where Geo is cast as a tree in that play. Gets me every time, man. Gets me every time. I love the build-up there. It's like, you have the Prez and her gang who are kind of, you're kind of getting the impression up to that point that they're like slowly coming around to, being friends with Geo, and Geo's kind of becoming like, almost becoming friends with them. And they got a bit of a rapport going on with each other. And then that scene hits. And it's like, nah, this is straight up bullying. Nah, this is straight up bullying, man, and it goes no other way. I can't excuse this. I was kind of warming up to these guys, but now they got me. Now they've lost on me. Now they're lost on me. Cooking something to refill the tank? Heck yeah, Magnus. Yo, awesome. Hey, man, get the food in your stomach. Get the fuel to tackle Donkey Kong again. And the upcoming GX. Yeah, the episode Adams. It was... Oh, wait, okay, I didn't know it was DLC. That makes sense, though. Yeah, that makes sense. It does strike me as DLC. Like, additional story content to kind of, like, bridge any story gaps that they left in there. Or like, as much as they wanted to. I know they left a few more after that fact, but that's beside the point, I guess. Genuinely even better than I remembered, and remembered loving the game even back then. Ah, heck yeah, Lynx. Yeah, it's great. The story in that game is just so good. It's so relatable, even to this day. I think, Lynx, you said this, and I kind of just recently found it out from you, that originally Geo and kind of like the whole cast were going to be aged up to like teenagers, or like late teens anyway. And then Capcom opted out of that idea in favor of, an audience that was more kind of akin to Battle Network, because they wanted to cater more to a younger audience, the same as they did with Battle Network. And I thought that was very enlightening. I thought that made so much more sense, because the story is surprisingly dark. The kind of darkness which you would typically associate with an older cast of characters, like in their late teens and something. So that made sense to me when I found out about that from you. But yeah, I think because it is so dark and complex, it is more relatable, honestly, in many ways. But yeah, very, very good story. Crazy how the game was released almost 2 decades ago. Where's the time go? I know, man, dude. Same with Zero. Like, holy crap, man. I can't believe that I've been playing these games for like over 20 years now. Like, it's legit insane to me how fast time goes by and how fast things change. You know, like in proportion to that. One thing I will say, though, I'm glad that however much things change in real life, the games are always the same. So, you know, they're kind of like eternally that reference point for you, and you can come back to them and revisit those old memories, and kind of like also see yourself through a different lens by playing these games, which are still the same. You know, they kind of serve as like this mirror of yourself, you know, and you can kind of like low-key gauge how you've changed, because you know that the game is the same, but it might not always hit the same to you, you know. Like certain things just hit different, you know, just strike you in a different way than they did when you were a kid, and I think that's a real telling sign that you have kind of grown up. Or changed at any rate, you know, either for the better or for the worse. Yeah. Yeah, I was waiting for that part. Oh, God. Yeah, that tree scene is hilarious. Yeah, I love it. It's like, yeah. You know, it's funny because it's like so cliche, too. Like, you see that theme played in more than a few, you know, shows and whatnot. A friend of mine was elementary school student when SF1 came out. She was questioning if my generation and older had no media literacy because the old interviews calling Geo a wimp and emo. Wait, really? What the heck? I mean, he is kind of emo. I'm not gonna deny that, but I wouldn't call him a wimp. I mean, his story is so relatable, and you can totally see it in yourself. In various stages of life, right? I mean, I think we're all, in some way, acquainted with that same form of loss that he went through. You know, I mean, no one participates in the human experience without experiencing that same level of loss, I think, that Geo experiences in that game. And also, like, his coping with it and, like, his journey to cope with it. You know, also very relatable. Yeah. No, I think, you know, anyone calling him a wimp is just, yeah, has experienced an overly privileged life, maybe. It's tempting to say that. Gavin, I don't know if you remember, but me and Ty remember something that was somehow got memory holes. Back in the day, Zero was called in mags and forums the Red Devil as the counterpart to Mega Man's Blue Bomber. Oh, I do vaguely. Oh, dude, Lynx, you've unlocked a core memory for me, man. I haven't thought about that in eons, but I do recall that vaguely. Like, if you were to bring up the Red Devil, I don't think I could have remembered its association without context. But, like, you're bringing that up with the actual context, I kind of have that at the back of my mind, man. It's kind of like right there. It's itching. That memory. Just barely. Yeah, Geo and the trio originally were supposed to be high school freshmen. Okay, that old, huh? Dang, man. That's crazy. But yeah, very appropriate, I think, for the themes. Geo would have lost his father during early middle school. Oh, okay, yeah. So he would have still been, yeah, he would have been at that very impressionable age where everything just hits harder, you know. I think that's, you know, the coming of age. I think that's like normally associated as the coming of age, you know, like middle school, even in getting into high school a bit, but middle school, I think primarily, where, if you know, things just hit harder. So if Geo experienced that loss, it would make sense why it hit him so hard, like right during middle school. Like that would have just made perfect sense with those with that context, I think. Remember, people, all Mega Man games except for the Star Force 3 games, they're all old enough to drink, to drive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Except for the Star Force 3 game. The old reviews I meant. I think emo carries the weight of faking it for the subculture of the time, plus the disdain of other subcultures towards emo back in the day. The Mega Man homepage, Mega Man homepage review, for example, still calls him a wimp. Yeah, man, you know, we've talked about this before. Star Force was never truly appreciated in the time it came out. It just straight up wasn't. I think all of those themes and the gameplay and everything about it, you know, aged over time, or you know, it aged like fine wine. I mean, I think it is more receptive in an audience that is not so, dare I say, tired out of Mega Man. Because that was the other thing. I mean, you know, you always got to take into context too that, or consideration that, you know, it came out in a time where Mega Man was being milked. You know, it was being kind of drawn out. There were a lot of Mega Man games coming out at the time, so I think there was also a form of like Mega Man. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. And people were just tired out of Mega Man, I think, in general. And especially also, here's the other big thing also. I think coming off of Battle Network, which was such a huge influence on kids back then. Coming off of Battle Network and then getting into Star Force, there was a shift, you know, a very noticeable shift that happened in theme, in character, and in identity in those games. So, I think a lot of people, when they went into it, they were kind of expecting another Battle Network game, and it wasn't quite that. And because it wasn't quite that, they were more inclined to turn it off, you know? Feel Star Force was unfortunately at the wrong time. It was the Edge era, after all. Yeah, the Xbox 360 age. Yeah. It's true. Oh, yeah, the series was milk dry. It really was, yeah. It really was. It was kind of... It was crazy, honestly. There were so many Mega Man games coming out at that time. Until there suddenly weren't. Dude, it's like, it's constantly staggering to me that as soon as 2011 hit and Legends 3 was canceled, boom, every single Mega Man game was gone. Like, in the blink of an eye, they were gone, man. It went from, you know, an absolute gold mine to just bottom of the barrel. It's like we're talking down, you know, plummeting through the not stratosphere, that's above us, but like plummeting through the core of the earth and ending up in the depths of hell. Literally, almost. It was that bad. That year was a huge blow to Mega Man Core. Yeah, man. Yeah, 2011. The absolute nightmarish age for Mega Man. It was absolutely god-awful. And, like, the years to follow, too, man. It's like, oh, dude, it happened so fast, and then it just kept getting worse, you know? Like, we reached the core... We went down to the core of the Earth, and we arrived in the first circle of hell when Legends 3 was canceled. But then, then we find out about these other games that are canceled over time, and we just get further and further into the deeper circles of hell to the point where we eventually just get to the seventh circle. But by the cancellation of what was the last game that was canceled? I can't even keep them all straight. But basically every single Mega Man game had a sequel in the works at that time, and they were all canceled. Maybe except for... No, I think even X9 was planned in the works at some point. But, either they were planned out or, like, they were in actual development, but they were canceled, So it's like... It eventually gets to a point where it starts out in the first circle of hell, and then eventually just works its way downward to where we're at the absolute depth. It's like we're shaking hands with Satan himself, and it is not a fun time. X9 was canceled in favor of the PS. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that now. Yeah, X9 was canceled in favor of the PSP remake of X1. Dude, I think a lot of us would have preferred X9 though. I mean, Maverick Hunter X was great for what it was too, and the Day of Sigma is like an eternal vibe. But X9 was going to be entirely new. and probably would have done a Day of Sigma of its own at some point. Who knows? But yeah, from getting like 15 games in a decade in different consoles to only having one miserable game. Yeah, and like having only one miserable game at a time too. I mean, Mega Man 11 came out after like, oh gosh, how years and years of waiting. And then, nothing happened after that. Not even any DLC happened after Mega Man 11. And now we're getting Dual Override, and I hope to God that's good, and it continues the momentum for Mega Man. But yeah, it's just we are entering into a shift in the Mega Man development, history, where we're only getting like one game every generation. And I'm talking like not even just a gaming generation. I'm talking like a IRL generation. Like we're legitimately passing Mega Man 11. We're legitimately, the people who grew up with Mega Man 11 are just now going to be able to pass on Dual Override to their kids. It's getting that crazy, man. I mentioned this to Skyvane during our lore collab. Yeah, that was a great collab, by the way. Anyone who didn't check that out. By the way, I really got to get better at this. I got to shout out to you guys. Holy crap, man. Dude, what am I doing? Get these cool people in my chat. Don't shout them out when I really should. Okay, shout out to Cat Links. I'll give that a time. Magnus, I'm going to shout out you next. After that, if I remember. I hope I remember. Because I can't do it immediately. But you guys are so cool. And I want to give you the credit you deserve because you deserve... And I'll never give you guys the credit you deserve because you deserve that much credit, But whatever I can do, I want to do it. A game friend of mine told me, what Capcom fails to see is the Mega Man fandom are not graphics crazy people. Yeah, they just want pretty pixel art, good music and gameplay. Capcom could be pumping out a new game yearly for six months a pop, yeah, digitally, and it'd sell like waffles. But no, enjoy your reheated NES game with 3D graphics that may or make its budget money back depending on how hard they go at it. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like, they're not asking for a whole lot. And it's because so many Mega Man fans these days are... Sorry, I'm getting too excited. The problem is that... the reason is most Mega Man fans these days are oldies. Like we're people in our mid 30s pretty much. We grew up in that time where games didn't have to be a whole lot. Pixel art was kind of like the norm. So no, we are not a spoiled lot, despite what a lot of people think. And we kind of and the reason that most Mega Man fans are like that, the reason most Mega Man fans are oldies, is because, guess what? Capcom has not been keeping the brand alive for the last 20 years. So, yeah, or maybe not, 15 years, I'll say. For the last 15 years, they haven't been keeping the brand alive. So for the most part, the people who are like the big hardcore fans of Mega Man are the people who grew up with it during the golden age of Mega Man, which happened well over 15 years ago. If Capcom wants to keep the brand alive and like frequently exposed to a relevant gaming market, which are generally in their like late teens, early 20s, then they gotta keep making Mega Man games so that the brand is still relevant. So that it's constantly relevant. And granted, they are putting out these collections and whatnot. That's cool. These games have a legacy of their own, and they're awesome. And I will always be grateful for the Mega Man Zero collection in particular, because it's like, it lets me do mods with the Steam version. That's awesome. It's like definitive. But, a lot of these games come with a lot of old school jank, which I don't think a lot of newer gamers are technically willing to put up with. But even if they weren't, like the fact still stands they are older games and therefore not as relevant. So, they need to put out newer games so that the brand can continue to be relevant, and that, the oldies can keep introducing them to their kids, and that the kids can get into them themselves, through their own research. it's yeah, all that stuff can only come from their continually putting out Mega Man games, you know, regularly. Not this 7-year, 8-year, 9-year crap that's been the recent trend. I'm sorry, I'm salty about this stuff. But it's how you know, it's how I feel. They are too obsessed with trying to catch the magic of 1988, aka Mega Man 2. Oh, dude, Magnus, it has been like that for so long. They've been doing that, I feel, ever since Mega Man 2 came out, honestly. Ever since Mega Man 2 came out and it just broke the box office, you know, that ever since the hit that Mega Man 2 was, I feel like they've always been trying to capture that lightning in a bottle. And, you know, it's never quite worked out for them. But, you know, I feel like they really gotta get away from that too, because they're never gonna do that again. It's a different market. Mega Man, you know, it's just a different market. It's not gonna hit the same way again, even if Mega Man 2 was a big deal. And you see people coming back to Mega Man 2, like, you know, the newbies who play Mega Man 2 these days, they're like, what is this jank? What is this puzzle boss? Like, you know, they look at the Boo Beam Trap, and they're like, what the heck is this absolute garbage boss? And they're kind of right, honestly, but, you know, still, it hits different. It hits different. If I see another Kotobukiya reissue of Metal Blade Mega Man, I'm gonna scream! Yo, Lynx, that is a mood. That is a legit mood. Yo, Killua, hey, welcome aboard, Killua. Killua, I want to shout out you next in line. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Got to shout out Magnus next. Magnus _ Gallant. Guys, follow Magnus. Hope you followed Lynx before that. Magnus is awesome. He's like legit awesome. Quick word about Magnus. Magnus is awesome because when you pop in his stream and if he knows you, he will legit try to engage you like to the best of his ability, and he is great at that. You know, I take points. I take notes from Magnus's book, honestly, in the way he engages his viewers, because the dude is just, you know, he knows exactly what every one of his viewers is interested in. And he'll engage you on that and keep you talking. And yeah, and he, you know, he has a lot to say about those subjects as well, because he's usually into that as well. But yeah, he's an awesome guy. And I've talked with this guy for hours before about Mega Man. Awesome guy. But what would attract a new gen of Mega Man gamers, though? Oh, just Capcom putting out more Mega Man games, honestly. That's legit what I think is all there is to it. I mean, if they just put out more Mega Man games on a regular basis, I think that's enough. Because it's, you know, I mean, we talk about the older Mega Man games all the time, and I think we talk the newbies about them to death. And then, you know, they eventually try them out and they play them. And it's like, you know, that's great. They've made their time, and they're Mega Man fans. You know, they become Mega Man fans. But there is a lot of jank in the older games as well. So it's not like a universal appeal, you know? But Mega Man 11, I think, did well with that. I think Mega Man 11 did well about making it a good newbie game to get into. It had a lot of nice quality of life features, you know, like the double gear system, the ability to utilize that and slow down time, you know, fantastic ability to make the game easier for you. And then the shop, too. The shop is also great. The weapons are great. Yeah, I mean, if they put out... Well, and, you know, it has me a little conflicted, because I feel like they should, like, stretch a bit further with new Mega Man games. Like, maybe... Because I think Mega Man 11 was a little bare bones. Like, they could have done more with that game. I was inclined to excuse it at the time it came out, because it was like they marketed it as a brand revival game, which we see in the end it didn't end up being, because, you know, 9 years later, it's been like 9 years since Mega Man 11 was released, and in that respect, it was clearly not the brand revival, you know. But if it was the brand revival for the time, I could have excused that. But, you know, for Dual Override, I feel like they need to pull out more, add more content, you know, make it more of a game. Make it a game that people can play for longer than a couple hours. and have it give an impression that'll last a couple years. I guess that's what I'm mostly trying to say here. It's like I feel like they need to make a game that leaves a solid impression for the next like couple years, and not kind of just like a rehashing of the same formula. Not that there's anything bad about the formula, the old classic Mega Man formula. It's very fun, and it's clearly withstood the test of time. But they can do more with it, I think. And I think they should do more with it, because the thing about, like, they're doing the same thing kind of makes you feel like they're playing it safe. And the notion that they're playing it safe almost makes it feel like they don't really want it to be consistently relevant, I feel like they owe it to themselves to put more of a budget into it, put more content into it, for the sake of its leaving a very solid impression, and being a truly a game that new players will want to get into, that kind of thing. I like, man, a Metal Man will live forever by this point. Yeah, that's true. Geo seems to be surprisingly well. Gen Z relates to the boy. Yeah, no, Lynx, you're absolutely right. It's an eternally relevant story that Star Force has going for it. And you see that now. I mean, dude, all these newbies playing Star Force, it's like they can totally relate to the story. Like 100%, 200% even. It's great. It's like, I've been to a lot of those streams, like people playing the game. And everyone is playing the Star Force collection for the first time. It's really great to see. I think the overwhelmingly positive review on Steam has attracted quite a lot of people, quite a lot of newbies to that series, and it's just great seeing them pick up those games for the first time, and finding a kindred spirit in Geo and his whole story of loss and coping with loss and all that stuff. Killua! I'm shouting you out right now. You thought I forgot? Think again. Okay, guys. Story about Killua. Killua has a description in her chat that says, "This is not the stream you're looking for because I don't stream." Well, don't believe it. It's a lie. She does stream. I think she'll be stream. I remember her saying that she's going to stream again this Sunday, but she recently streamed Silent Hill, and the perseverance that this lady displayed in just, because she's making it a point to go through Silent Hill without a guide, without a FAQ, and she's getting stumped at times, but the perseverance that she's displaying in pushing through without a FAQ is quite inspirational, I must say. It's been quite impressive to me. There's an interview with 1999 performed for Hitoshi Ariga. He has a guest interview Inafune Iwamoto, Mega Man X mangaka, and I forget who else, but even in the 1999, Inafune touches on Mega Man 2's success and sales, saying, "Sometimes I feel my entire career is a fluke, and I'll never live up to my senpai's, Kitamura's, skill to make games. Dude was already falling for the Mega Man Peak to 2 Kool-Aid that early." Yeah, that's bad, man. That's a real disappointment to hear. Mega Man 2 was overhyped for so long back in the day, and it needed to move on. Yeah, man, I lament that, honestly. I lament that he felt that way, and that 2 did set such a high bar in terms of sales, and not necessarily in terms of quality, but in terms of sales. It was a big seller, but it wasn't necessarily the best Mega Man game ever made. So the fact that he felt pressured to make future Mega Man games kind of hit the same as Mega Man 2 was kind of, was unfortunate, to say the least. And I'm just glad that they did end up making a lot of Mega Man games that did not hit home, in the same way as Mega Man 2. Like the Mega Man, like Zero, Zero, Battle Network, Star Force, all of those, have completely different vibes to Mega Man 2. So, clearly he wasn't so locked into that mentality that it prevented him from being creative in these other Mega Man series. But it was definitely still, I think, an underlying, thing at the back of his head. In 99, Capcom already did some legit cool stuff with the Blue Bomber, like Mega Man X. The obsession with Mega Man 2 is hurting the franchise by this point, and it's because the company itself and their employees. Yeah. No, Magnus, you were 100%, 200% on the nose. Mega Man X was absolutely revolutionary. With what it did. It was, oh wait, did I mess up I'm sorry. I messed up Killua's shout out, which is dumb. I don't know how that happened. I'm just now realizing that. My bad. I'm sorry, Killua. It's because I put the colon in there, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. I'm sorry, I put the colon in there. I'm sorry if your colon's hurting now, Killua. Because I messed up that colon. Yeah, no, absolutely. Mega Man X peaked. It was absolutely revolutionary for its time. And dude, even nowadays, like whenever you ask people what Mega Man sequel they want to see the most, hands down, every single time, the thing that the majority of the people say is Mega Man X. So many people grew up with Mega Man X, and that's how they came to love Mega Man. Like that was a big switch on for a lot of people. Like the ability to dash. Like, dude, the Mega Man X series just revamped the formula so much to the point where it was like new levels of fun. It was just crazy cool. But yeah, that was not Mega Man 2. Like that couldn't have been more different from Mega Man 2. And it was its own thing, and what it did it did extremely well, to the point where it struggled to top itself even with the later X games. Like, to these days, and I think it's a valid argument. To these days, the majority of the people say that Mega Man X is the best Mega Man X game. A lot of people will argue Mega Man X4 too. Mega Man X4 is the other one, but X1 is the game for most people, I think. Yeah, it was a big freaking deal, man. So yeah, it's like they need to come back to that mentality, man. They need to come back to that mentality of trying new things, and just seeing what appeals to the new to a new market, I guess. Annoys me because I legit think by 1999 there were many Mega Man games that were much better than Mega Man 2 on NES. Yeah, it's absolutely true. It is true. I mean, heck, I think Mega Man 4. I think Mega Man 4 was better than Mega Man 2 even. Even though Mega Man 2 was Mega Man 4 was trying to live in Mega Man 2's shadow too, so maybe that's not the best thing, but yeah. Silent Hill 2 is a classic. It was painful to watch. Nah. Now, Killua, you gotta lock into the to the streamer mindset. What's his name? Kino, I think, does this really well. Kino the Rat's another the streamer. Yeah, he does it really well. It's like his mentality is that the streamer, the viewers show up for the streamer primarily, and not so much for the games themselves. So that's the kind of thing which gives me the comfort to sit on a pause screen, by the way, for the last 10 minutes and just chat. It's like an yeah, I mean, well, the other thing is these kind of playthroughs I'm doing for Zero. It's like I couldn't chat and play these games in the hardcore way I play them just normally. So, excuse me for the pause screen, but I have a lot more fun with the chat. What can I say? Honestly, the fandoms and Capcom's both shared obsession with Mega Man 2 was so detrimental. My friend Alraz took a very extreme stance. This fandom doesn't deserve anything nice. He blames the fandom for the chase Mega Man 2's Golden Goose detriment the franchise fed into. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I would respectfully, and I emphasize respectfully because I do have a lot of respect for Alraz. I'd respectfully disagree with that mindset. I mean, I think that's, I mean, yeah, Mega Man 2 sold well, but again, you go to any Mega Man poll, where people are asked, what sequel do you want to see most? Everyone will come on top and say Mega Man X. it's like the series, I think, which is the most revolutionary of any Mega Man game. Mega Man 2's Shadow was chased for a long time, but really I think it's Mega Man X that was the most revolutionary. But the fandom wants, I think, Mega Man X more than anything else. So like the argument that the fans want Mega Man 2 and that they don't deserve anything nice because they're mainly pushing the Mega Man 2 agenda, I don't think that's true. Like, I think that was Capcom reading the sales and then demanding more of that thing that topped the charts. It's not that Mega Man 2 was a big fan demand that everyone wanted. It's just the fact that Mega Man 2 sold really well at the time. But the fan demand, I think, is where Mega Man X is, to be honest with you. So no, I think that's. Oh, Varunias, I'm so sorry, man. I'm a bit behind, quite a bit behind the chat because I've been chatting myself. We gotta. Someday I'm going to what do you call that when you transcribe? Someday I'm going to transcribe my replies to comments into text itself and see if those replies are just as or longer than the replies I'm reading. Yo, Varunias, but heck, yo, thank you for the 5-stream streak, man. Dude, okay, Varunias, you gotta stream more because you are now inching upon my streak of your streams. And I cannot have you beating me, man. Nah, I gotta hold the record. You got me tied with your stream streak right now, and I cannot have that. Dude, stream tomorrow. If you show up to my stream tomorrow and you didn't stream yourself tomorrow, I'm gonna be upset because then you're gonna top my streak. And I'm very competitive with these things, man. How dare you? We have to wait 1 hour before giving Killua another shout out? What the heck? What the heck? 1 hour? That's insane! Dude, what the heck? Okay, I hate it here. I want to give... Okay, guys. It's going to be a lot of work, guys. But you're going to have to click Killua's name and follow her from her profile. It's gonna be a very arduous 2 clicks as opposed to the 1 click that a shout out would have given her. But if you would make that sacrifice for me, I'd be very appreciative. I'm sorry, I demand too much, I know. Being an old witness of the old days of Man of Mega is a mood. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. It was a different time. Oh, I forgot the what's up. Varunias, what's up? Why are we shouting me out again? Varunias, there is never a day, there is not 1 single hour, nor even 1 second where I lament my decision giving you mod status. I will never once in my life regret giving you mod status because that is a very... Dude, you take the initiative and you roll with it. Hats off to you, man. I finally got done level grinding in Crystal Clear. Oh, heck yeah, man. Nice. Oh, heck. Well, dude, you got to stream some of that grinding tomorrow. If you can. Because I don't want to lose my streak. To you. So I'm taking badges like candy once I return. Heck yeah, man. Yo, good luck with that. Good luck grinding. Crystal Clear. I mean, I feel like you want to draw it out. I feel like Crystal Clear is such a cool game that you want to draw it out, as long as you can. In a way, I agree with your friend. The fans are also to blame about the situation. It's just I can't let the company be guilt-free about it. They have been pushing the Mega Man 2 train for so long that the fans that didn't like it, now they do due to Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, I mean, if there was ever a fandom that pushed Mega Man 2, I think it would be like the oldest of the oldies. Like we're talking people in people going on 50 now, I would say, who first bought Mega Man 2 back in the day and are still stuck on that high that Mega Man 2 gave them. But I want to say, like, those people, like those 50-year-olds, they don't have... They're not as vocal in the fan base as they used to be, like not by a long shot. So I really want to say they don't have as much of a voice as we're inclined to think maybe. You need your own yapflation meter. Yeah, Killua. Part of it is that I'm not used to this, you know? It's like, sometimes I don't have a whole lot of chatters in the stream, and then sometimes I do. It's like, you know, when the lightning strikes, it's all one big storm. So, and I'm not used to it, you know? Again, I'm just recently coming back to streaming after like a 9-year rest. So, I don't know. Someday I'll get better. Eventually there will come a point where, by the way, you notice my stream title, it's called Road to 100 points playthroughs in the Mega Man Zero series. Yeah, that's legit what I'm going to try to do. Not all in one stream, obviously, but I want to build my way up to 99, or I mean 100 consecutive playthroughs in the Zero games, because there is a cool like number, a cool counter on the far right of your save file that counts the amount of the number of playthroughs you've done in the game. So it's like that number goes up every single time I complete a playthrough. So I can just keep building it up and up and up until I get to 99, and then I'll have a record of 100 consecutive playthroughs. So that's going to be the goal. And eventually, I want to say I'll get to a point eventually where I've been playing these games so much that I will be able to talk with chat and play the game at the same time in the hardcore way that I am inclined to. But we're not there yet, so please be patient with me, fam. Might as well just change the stream category to just chatting. But I'm eventually going to go back to it, Varunius. I'm eventually going to get back to the stream. I'm eventually going to get back to Zero. It's just going to take a while, but I'll get there. I think Alraz in his argument remembers all the content creators he knows personally, like Mike Matei, and the fandom from his old forum days going on how the charge shot and slide ruined the series, and none hit as high as 2. Or hit the high of 2. And then during Capcom Unity days, that side of his fandom became extremely vocal until Ben Judd translated the post to Inafune about the general vibe as a contributing factor for Mega Man 9. Which I like 9, but damn, I missed my slide and charge shot. Yeah, no, I'm the same way, man. I loved 9 when it came out, but it took me a long time to get used to the lack of a charge shot and slide. It was a big problem for me. Like, to this day, I lament it, honestly. May stream tomorrow since my niece and nephew are heading home. Oh, hey, good stuff there, Varunius. No, actually, I can't give you a shout-out because I have to wait an hour to give Killua a shout-out. And then who knows how long they're going to want me to wait to give you a shout-out. It's probably going to be like 2 hours, at which point I'll probably be hopping off, so... Did see the shout-out, though. Heck yeah, cool. Oh, good on you, Lengs. Thanks for following her. Stream like once a week? That's enough, Killua. That's enough. There you go. I mean, the shout out when you mistyped the first. Oh, did you? Oh, okay, I missed that. Oh, that's right, I did see that. I thought I made that at the time. But then I saw that it didn't do my shout out, but I thought it was, okay. Oh, mods can do that. Oh, wait, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Hey, Varunius, feel free to shout out yourself if you want. I know that's possible. I did it during Mega May when I was a mod during that event. And the pin sounds funny out of context. Will there be a classic game as good as 10? Probably not to you, Varunius. That's a good game, though. Dude, I love the music in 10 is top notch. Telling you that game gave options for everyone's playstyles. He did, yeah. I mean, by way of the three playable characters. Will there be an X as good as X1? That's the real question, yeah. That's the real question. The fan games, the fans may pull through. We'll see where Mega Man X Corrupted ends up when it's released in about 30 years from now, maybe. There's also that other Mega Man X game coming out, Mega Man Reminiscence or something like that. I'm really looking forward to that, by the way. That looks awesome. Yeah. So we'll see where that game ends up too. But so far, I don't know if there has been a game that tops Mega Man X1. A lot of people would argue X4. By the way, X4's anniversary, I think its 20-year anniversary is coming up on August 1. David put the bug in my ear, David aka Chomp, put the bug in my ear that it would be cool to do a celebration stream, like a Get Me Off the Moon stream for that occasion, because Mega Man X4 was a big landmark. You know, it was a big a big deal in the history of Mega Man. And it's falling on a Saturday, so it's like the perfect time for us to stream. So it's kind of like just the perfect time to do things in general. Mega Man X Corrupted is going to be a great game whenever I can play it. 75 years old. Let's go! Oh, man, I can't wait to have that game set up for my retirement, man. Yo, I'm going to be going into retirement just for that game, man. It's going to be coming out at the perfect time. Mega Man X Collection will be here, or Corrupted will be here when a meteor collides with the planet. Well, that'll be a bit of a buzzkill, I must say. Honestly, I want to say that Mega Man X Corrupted will come out because there was a comet. Because there was a meteor. Crimson Dragon. Yeah, okay, we're finally good. I finally reached the bottom of the chat! Oh my god, I can't believe it! You guys finally have taken a moment to shut up, for crying out loud. Oh no, I said no. Wait. I didn't save the game. That's a problem. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I only say that because if anyone needs to shut up, it's me. Why are we shouting at me again? Oh wait, we still have that pinned. That's awesome. Streamer blames the chat. Yeah, streamer reflects the chat, as they say. Gotta be careful here. If this is where I'm gonna have to really shut up for a minute. Oh, holy crap, that was close. It's bad. Okay, also unfortunate. I could take one more point of health. Come on, spawn the bats. If this guy doesn't spawn bats, then I won't get my enemy counter. 1, 2, 3. I gotta spawn 28 of these guys. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Come on, man. This is terrible RNG. Come on, man. Spawn the bats. There we go. 7, 8, 9. 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. Thank you. 17, 18. 19, 20, 21. 23, 24, 26, 27, almost. 8, 9, 30, let's go. Time to wail on him. Wait, did that not work? This is better. Oops. I better do this fast. There we go. That was getting a bit close. He was almost drilled through there. You ever do casual playthroughs, or does this count as casual? No, this is not casual, Killua. This is it's not a speedrun either, as you can clearly tell from the fact I paused on that. I was on the pause screen for like 20 minutes there, or something. But, yeah, we made it. This is a 100 points rank playthrough. So, at the end of every single stage here, you get a rank. I'm shooting for a perfect rank in every single stage in this game. I do it for all. I do these challenge runs for every single Mega Man Zero game, and they're not speed runs because a rank playthrough inherently is slow. That's the simplest way to put it. I mean, you can see how long it took me to spawn those bats in. That's totally RNG dependent. And I needed all those kills for my enemy counter here. If I didn't get over 28 enemy kills, then I would not have gotten the 15 points there, and that would have brought down my rank, and it would have prompted a reset from me. So, and that is slow. Like getting those extra enemy counts is always slow, and that's why it's not ideal for a speedrun. So yeah, that's why I always say I don't do speedruns in this game. I do 100-point rank playthroughs, which are also hard because it's primarily because, honestly, in many ways, these playthroughs are harder than the speedruns. It really depends on how high you're shooting for in speedruns, but A 100-point rank run requires that you take the minimum of the minimalist damage. In 0-1, which is the game I'm playing right now, it's the hardest because you're only allowed 3 points of damage. So every bar on my life bar, that's a point of damage. I took 2 points of damage in that stage, so I could have taken one more in that stage, and then I wouldn't have been able to take more. But 3 points is all you can take. It's a problem in this game because a lot of enemy attacks do over that amount of damage inherently. Like they're like the puncher enemies, like those guys do like 4 points of damage in a single attack. So you get hit by even one of those things in a playthrough, you got to reset, or in a stage anyway. But that's why I always save after every stage, just so I can redo that stage easily. So almost no hit run. Yeah, pretty much. You are allowed usually like one hit. If you're lucky, you can get 2 hits in. But it's tricky a lot of times because, again, a lot of enemy attacks do over 3 points of damage. So in many cases, you kind of have to get through certain stages no damage because the biggest threats to you will usually do over 3 points of damage to you in one hit. So this game is the hardest because it's not very well optimized for 100 points ranks in that regard. The other games are better. 0-2 allows for up to 5 points of damage, and 0-3 and 4 allow for up to 6 points of damage. And that's nice. That's like a clean 2 hits in most cases. And a lot of enemy attacks will do under 5 points, just like normally. So those games are a lot better optimized for 100-point ranks because usually you can take at least 1 free hit during a stage. But this game's awful. I still love it, but it's a lot more of a challenge. But we can do Protect the Factory now because we got the fire chip. An S rank can be obtained despite sustaining damage, despite so long as you don't outright die. It just won't be 100 points S rank. Yeah, exactly. So you can get S rank is 96 points. If you go any lower than that, you don't get the S rank. But that additional 4 points difference on the rank allows for quite a few more hits. Like, I think you could take up to maybe 12 hits if you were just going for an S rank during a stage. But for 100 points, it's 3 hits always, all the time. And that's providing that you're only taking damage, like you're only losing points for damage. If you were losing points in other ways, like through time loss or mission score or elf usage, then you probably couldn't take as many as even 12 hits on a normal S rank run. So it's very technical. Yeah, what makes the task feel less obnoxious than it sounds is Mega Man Zero stages are quite bite-sized compared to the rest of the franchise. Yeah, aside from the desert stages, I would say, Lynx, those stages are quite long, honestly. Yeah, like the escort mission just goes on notoriously long, and it's never fun. Wait, what are we doing here? Oh, wrong mission, but it's okay. We'll do it anyway. Got him. Wait, that's the right copy. Next hit. Ah, good pattern. Naruto! I know! The one and only! Oh, I do love how he doesn't explode there. Evacuate the place now! Guess what? Not. Hello? Thank you. Oh, missed him. 9 enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 12 actually. 10, 11, well, let's do 13 actually. I missed an enemy back there. Okay, well, I missed another one there. It should still be enough. It's fine. Hate those things! They only do 1 point of damage, but they're the worst enemies in the game. Well, maybe the puncher enemies are the worst. Ah, I missed him. Well, I'm not missing too many here. Where is it? There we are. Remind me to get the bombs. Sometimes I forget about that. Little embarrassing. Don't you dare. Thank you. There's something up there. No, it's up here. That's right. Yo, Risen! Hey, welcome in, man. Dude, I see you've been playing Star Force lately. Oh, come on. Please don't. Oh, that was so close, man. You've been playing Star Force lately. Hey, how's that going? Hope I'm getting all of these here. One more. We're good. I got chicken there. Good. Thought I might have forgotten stuff. Good. Got enough. That might have just been enough, actually. Heck yeah. Easy games, but 2, they really cranked up the random counters. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those games are quite notorious for the random encounters. I think there's a way to manipulate them. I was recently, well, not recently, when I was hosting or helping to host Mega May for 20X Expo, or 20XX channel, I hosted a speed run of the Star Force collection, and the runner there was actually getting it down so to where he can manipulate the enemy encounters by walking, like hugging the walls, I think is what he was doing. So there's a particular strat which involves hugging the walls, and that somehow... Oh, you know what I think it is? No, I think what it actually is the more times you turn directions, the more times you turn, the higher the chance of you're getting a enemy encounter. So, like, you know, you're walking straight and then you turn to the left, or you turn diagonal, or you turn back. That kind of prompts the likelihood that you'll encounter an enemy. I think that's what it is. Correct. Feel free to look into it yourself, because I might be getting it mixed up. But yeah, there are apparently ways around it, and they're kind of accessible from what I understand. Yeah. Naruto! His name is Hidden Phantom, yet we see him. I know, it's true. He does disappear sometimes, and he'll camouflage himself and split himself into 4, but we always really know where he is, don't we? Oh, let me give you a shout out, by the way, Risen. Because I'm remembering to do that more. I'm usually a terrible streamer, and I forget that. But you deserve it, man. Riz in. You know, I could be a normal person and just copy and paste the name. But that's too meta. 1. Riz in Fallen 1. It worked! Yo, let's go! Yeah, guys, follow Risen. Or Riz, I think. I don't know if you prefer Risen or... Because I know it's like Riz in Fallen, which makes me think it's 3 words, but... Yeah, I read Risen. I don't know. But yeah, Riz has been going through most of the Mega Man games from the early 2000s. Or, well, late 2000s too, but where did they stop? They stopped like 2007? I don't know. But he's playing Star Force right now in his series of Mega Man playthroughs. Yeah, and they've been fun. Like, you know, if you want to see him, I think these are your first playthroughs, I want to say, Riz? Could be mistaken. I almost hit up the extra content on SF1, and then bam, I'm not getting 150 chips. Oh, what's that mean again? I forgot. Yo, Link's in there with a follow. Let's go. Risen was taken, so I made that name. Oh, okay, so it is Risen. Gotcha. Can't escape me. I know, links are gonna be all over the place now. You're gonna be fully tuned in to the Skybane extended universe at this rate. Gotta get ready for bed now, have fun? We will indeed, Varunius, but we won't have as much fun since you won't be here anymore. We'll try to have fun anyway. But hey, thanks for dropping by, man. Hope you have a good one. Yeah, stay cool, stay legendary, all that fun stuff. And please do stream tomorrow because I don't want you to beat my stream streak. SF2 was crazy. Yeah. Felt like a fever dream, but SF2 was completely blind. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, SF2 was insane. It's like, Riz, I don't know how far you've gotten in SF2 yet, so I'm hesitant to bring up my favorite part in that game, but all I'll say is what's up. What's up is absolutely incredible stuff on every day of the week, all day, every day. It's fantastic. Just beat the first boss, the ghost guy, first encounter. Oh, okay. Okay, you're not that far into it then. I'll just say what's up and that's it then. Yo, Riz, best of luck with the rest of those games. You were almost done with your Mega Man Legacy journey, I think. Like, what other games do you have to play besides Star Force? Are we going up or down? Hold on, is it up or down? I think we're going up for now. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. Hope that's right. Yeah, now we're going down. That was right. Jumps here. Okay, now we grind. 40 enemies here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, 21, 22, 24, 5, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 39, 40. That should be more than enough. Good stuff. I knew that Kier was going to come down there. I knew this guy was going to come down too. You gotta go. Bye. Okay, now the onslaught. Ouch. Raid. Raid! I really wish I was able to hit those guys. That's unfortunate. Oh, now there's a great big in the corner. This is unfortunate. Where is he? He's still there, isn't he? Is he still there? Okay, he faded out. Sometimes he just fades out. I think we took 2, maybe 3 points of damage. That's 2 right there, but I might have taken an additional 1 that I healed. Okay, let me try to remember what I do for Fafnir. I think it's 3 hits from the saber. Okay, 3 hits from the saber, and then I jump over him, is what I do. Charge saber specifically. Always stay close to him. Yeah, he did the worst thing. Now we wait. And my thing's kind of screwed up. Good. There we go. Whew. If you stay close to him, he is more likely... 3 points exactly. 99 enemies. Yeah, so I defeated 6 more enemies than I needed to. But 2 minutes is good. And that was just enough. I was just at the threshold there. Yeah, if you stay close to Fafnir, he is more likely to only use his grab attacks, like his close range attacks, and those are cinchy to dodge. So easy. But if you stay far away from him, it's not foolproof, though. Sometimes he will still use his bullets, but it's more likely that he'll just use his grab attacks, and those are easy to dodge, and you want attacks that are easy to dodge. Just beat the first... Alright, so last Starforce, I believe. I don't count Legends as a full mainline game. Okay, gotcha. And glad for Star Force 3, they had the foresight of making it feel like conclusion, even with some stuff pent. Yeah, oh, that's a big, yeah. No, I agree too. Lynx, yeah, there were some enemies, or some bosses in there, some characters who were like, you will see me again, and we never did see them again because Star Force 4 never happened. But, I mean, the big thing was resolved, I'll say. And I'm happy about that too. You know, it ended on a good point. But that, yeah, no, you're right. The thing with Legends was definitely a big deal. You know, the fact he's stuck on the moon, but more importantly, there's this mysterious Elder system, which we do not know much about, but it was apparently kind of on the verge of destroying the world. And they made it known that it was like gonna be, you know, I mean, Yuna said that she doubted it would be active anytime soon, but eventually it would become active. But, you know, so it wasn't like the most pressing thing ever, but it was a big red flag all the same, and that's the biggest cliffhanger in my mind. So yeah, the fact that was never resolved is an eternal tragedy, to say the least of the least. Good, I did hear there is a Japanese-only Battle Network game. I'm curious if there is an English translation. Yeah, there were a few of them, I think. There was 4.5, which is Lynx is referring to there. And also the flip phone games. The flip phone games just recently became accessible for English-speaking audiences by way of a fan translation and a fan emulator on top of that. Because, you know, for the longest time, those games, like the reason you couldn't play those games for the longest time weren't because they weren't in English, but because they were stuck on flip phone for the longest time. But recently, this amazing fan, Rockman Cosmo, took the effort to, well, I shouldn't say recently, he's been doing this for a long time, or trying to anyway, but he preserved a lot of the Mega Man flip phone games and opened them up to new translations and emulations and all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, that's there are two of them, Phantom of the Network and Legend of Network, I think is the other one. But yeah, two flip phone Battle Network games, and they have some very good stories, honestly. Like those are games which honestly are pretty fun to play for flip phone. Like you wouldn't normally imagine any game would be fun to play on flip phone. But yeah, those games were made quite they were optimized quite well for the flip phone. It obviously helps that, you know, the gameplay style of Battle Network doesn't require a whole lot of crazy like dexterity and stuff, and, you know, a specific controller layout. I mean, usually just directional inputs are enough to make them more than enjoyable, just because the gameplay is just like that. It's not that demanding. But yeah, those are apparently very well-made games, even though they were made on flip phone. So if you're interested in getting more Battle Network, stuff, well, there you go. How the heck does a flip phone game work? Well, back in the day, you downloaded the data off of cell service, I guess, and it came in bits, like, you know, little bits of. Well, it depended on how long the game was, but usually they would be downloaded in bits, like, you know, think like different batches of DLC, pretty much, that would just get download intermittently. So that's how they worked back in the day. Now, though, thanks to the wonderful preservation efforts of Rockman Cosmo, those games they have an emulator that you can use for PC, and it's great because you could use that. That emulator has some nice functions to where you can pump up the resolution to like 400%. So you're not playing on a tiny screen like you would in the old flip phone days. Like, you could actually blow up the screen to like 400%, and half at the actual, length or width of your PC screen. Or no, the length. It wouldn't be the width because it's a narrow screen, but it could accompany or it could accommodate the length anyway. It legit is just Battle Network with beep beep bope phone music. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much everything you can expect from just any traditional Battle Network game, just on flip phone, And some frames removed of animation for the viruses. Yeah, that's the other thing. You're gonna be running off of like 15 FPS, I think, which is fine. I mean, again, the Battle Network series doesn't need a whole lot, so yeah, it's all good. That's fine. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the chat again. Let's go. Okay, it usually takes me about 2 minutes to get through a stage. You all have exactly 2 minutes to write more comments. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not just perfectly playable. It's perfectly enjoyable, honestly. Wish we got some post-story stuff more than just the teen movie paragraph explanations. Yeah. In which game you mean? For the post-story stuff? Which one are we talking about? Sometimes. Oh, Battle Network 6? Oh, gotcha. Yeah. You know what I regret is that a lot of that post-story stuff happened off-screen. It's just a blank black screen. And you don't get to see, like, grown-up Lan or his son Patch or, like, or any of the cast grown up. It's just a black screen, which is kind of a buzzkill, honestly. There's the epilogue manga chapter that released alongside Legacy Collection. Oh, that was a thing too. Yeah. Links, would you do us the privilege of linking to that if you can find it? Because that's quite cool. That is quite cool. Which mission is this? It's that one mission that I think I have to defeat 30 enemies in. Let me verify. Hold on. Let me put this down for a second. Bring up my notes. Oh, no. No, it's not. Not yet, anyway. Kill 12 extra enemies. Okay, including the enemies in the desert. Okay, we're going to be hanging out in the desert then. A bit longer than I expected. It's totally cool. Wait, where's YouTube chat? YouTube chat, come back. There we go. Okay. Kill the enemies in here. I would normally dash under this guy too, but I need the extra kills. Oh, thank you, Lynx. Good stuff, man. Don't die, please. There we go. This is deceptively difficult. Hey man, come over. Okay. Turtles are dangerous. Don't mess with turtles. That was good. I never make that shot. Also good. Away these guys. Okay, now we free guys. Yay! Oh, missed that. Bum, 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 bum. This mission's pretty chill. It's freeing guys. I should switch to my standard buster, actually. It actually goes through the enemies. Yeah, pro tip about the standard element buster, the charge buster shot. It shoots through enemies, as opposed to every other shot, which just... it stuns them, which is also cool, and that's also definitely applicable in its own right, and useful. But sometimes you want to shoot through enemies to hit other enemies through them or past them. And that's where standard buster is useful. You'll see me grinding some of the enemies, some extra enemies in a bit with the standard buster. Because the standard buster does that best. I'm an idiot. Okay, we have to do this now. This is bad. This is bad. This is really bad. Maybe they'll cool down. Okay, they cool down. Saber skill max? What was I missing? Oh, I was missing this. Yeah. Okay, good news is they cooled down. I don't want to set off the alarm. At least until I'm intentionally grinding enemies. There. I think that's all of them. That should be all of them. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Last one. Good stuff. I do that with the Buster because if I get too close with them with the Saber, then it'll trigger the alarm. This is a guy who you will see me stun locking in the boss rush, but I can't do it here because I need to manipulate the RNG to get him to do the exact pattern I want to enable the stun lock. I'm an idiot. Oh, close. Maybe I can do this. Good stuff. I love how you have the shuttle coming down from the hangar in the background. Like one of the better graphical things in 0-1. Okay, we made it good. Alright, switching up again. Who's next? I can't remember. Stop hacking's the next one. I always do the Colbert mission last because it's kind of a joke. Oh, here's where I get to do some more triple rod strats. Here I'm just gonna be skipping everything. Okay, that's open. Wait. Think. Doing the little Pooh Bear think here. Yeah, just Buster should be fine. Good stuff. Here's where I switch up. This is so hard. But we'll see what we can do. I switched to the analog stick here, actually. I've been using the D-pad up until now, but the analog stick lets me do this triple rod trick better. Got it. Just made the ladder. It's close. Now I switch back to D-pad. And that saves... It saves time, but that's not why I do it. The reason I do that triple rod strat is because it's a lot safer than going around the ship and tanking those and, you know, facing those rockets head on. Those rockets are a pain to dodge and they do 4 points of damage. So if I get hit by even one of them, I gotta reset the game, you know, redo the stage. So this kind of, you know, hopping off the triple rod and through that middle section, I'm still dealing with some rockets, but not as many. So it's very, it's a big help. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Let me see how many enemies I have to defeat here. Get the old notepad up. 30 extra enemies. Okay. 9, 10, 12. Oh, missed that. 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 122, 824, 526, 728, 930. Two more for the road. Here we go. Pushing the fire chip, because we got... Wait, what? Oh, I didn't actually do my mission objective yet. My bad. I grinded those enemies before I was even ready to leave. Bad placement. Okay, Levy, treat me well. Ooh, she's being nice today. Oops. Where'd you go? Hello. Whew. Good stuff. Whee! No damage, let's go. Switching that up now. Oh, I should pick up the shield boomerang before I forget. Thank you. Only grown version person we really saw was Chad, but still a nice read. Is that true? I want to look at that myself in a second, actually. I want to refresh my own memory. Okay, let me look at it now. Oh, that's the guy who did the old manga. Ah, I used to read that manga back in the day. Like this guy's adaptation of Battle Network. Yeah, that's the guy who did the tie-in Battle Network manga. Cool stuff. How do I read this? Wait. Doing something wrong. Why is it not turning the page? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's right, because it's read right to left. That's why it wasn't working. That's actually kind of funny. Mmm. Dang, we don't get to see his face, huh? We see the back of his head. The Navis all look the same. Hmm. Yeah, do we even get... Even Sean's face is shadowed out here so far. We can see he still has that black and white hair thing going on. Oh, is that Patch? Oh, yo, we get to see Patch at least. That's cool. Hey. Where do we get to see Chad grown up, though? I'm not seeing him here. Also, where's my chat? Chat. Hmm. Yeah, it's a shame, but probably Takamisaki didn't feel like he should try imposing his idea of what the Battle Network cast looked like older in case it contradicts Capcom's own. Yeah, dude, it's always that reason. Oh, man. It's unfortunate. I would have liked to see them. We see the others, but they're heavily shadowed. Takamisaki's version of Battle Network was the best one, Imo. Yeah, much like Iwamoto, it feels like he wanted to make more of a shonen, less of a Kodomo. Yeah, kind of, like kind of wish Zero got the same love, Yeah, oh, dude, you want to make me cringe any day of the week, any time, any place, anywhere? Mention the Zero manga to me. That's enough. Like, that's a universal cringe to me, and I will never like it. I mean, it's not meant to be taken seriously, I guess, but I kind of can't help but take it seriously because in a cringe way, because there isn't an official Mega Man Zero manga, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, I remember the old Battle Network manga and how it got really deep into things, honestly. Like, I don't know, they just had really good interpretations of characters. And the characters had real personality, too. I feel like it really explored the world in a way that the others didn't. Actually, surprised they showed patch. Same links, I know. Like, it made you feel like they were taking things, like, super carefully, and that they weren't going to show anyone. But they did show patch. Yeah, I know, especially because they were shadowing out the other, the main cast. So it was like, I guess they're going this way, and they're not going to show anyone new. But yeah, you're right, they do show patch. And he looks like a Beyblade character. It's so cool. The final chapter for the Mega Man Zero manga was my favorite of all of it, showing the end of Zero 4. You mean there was an actual good part of the Mega Man Zero manga? That's crazy, man. I thought it was all trash. That's definitely the only parts I read. Dang. Well, Ninja, you apparently did a really deep dumpster dive through there then, and found something good about it. Damn, it's a parody. Yeah. See, the fact that it is official and that there isn't any Mega Man Zero manga, like actual serious one, kind of ticks me off, not gonna lie. Ugh. Makes me want to throw up, honestly. I hate that manga. I'm normally all about loving things, but everything Zero, but that's the one exception I must make. Only on Manga Dex. Oh, hey! Good stuff, good stuff. If you want to expose yourself to trash anyway. That is interesting, though, that it ended with Ragnarok. Like, holy crap, I was totally inclined to think that that guy had absolutely no exposure to the games. And I think that's legit what I heard at one point. Like, he didn't actually play the games when he first got into the manga. Like, I think I heard that he only saw Seal, and he thought she was cute, and that's why he made the manga in the end. But maybe he eventually did some research into it, like, through the games. I love trash. I get it. I mean, I like certain kinds of trash too, but we must all draw the lines with different forms of trash. You know, every one of us has our own trash that we will not accept by any means in any universe, under any system of recognition. Mega Man Zero manga feels more like the epitome of just doing it for a paycheck. Yeah, in a bad paycheck at that. Like, they're not even trying for a good paycheck there. They're just doing it. Yeah, the Block Time manga was also comedy, but it was much cooler with actual stakes, and it had the Mega Man crossover as a chapter. Yeah, that was neat, I agree. Because Mega Man... Oh, yeah, I read that. It's not like Iwamoto's manga, where it was clear he actually liked the games. Yeah, it was not. Like I legit remember hearing... And this was a long time ago, so I could be incorrect, but it would line up with the actual content of that manga. That, yeah, that writer, he just thought Seal was cute, and that's why he made the manga. But yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know. It's been a long time, so it could be wrong or misremembered, but that's what it was about for me. Boxai manga's comedy, but you could tell the guy also liked the games. Yeah, I know. It's always very evident when you could tell a person has played the games and likes them. The Mega Man ZX manga is the same way. Like that manga is very true to the source material. And it does its own thing from time to time as well, obviously, you know, like any manga adaptation of anything will be. But that is a really good one. I am very fond of the Mega Man ZX manga. Like, the way they adapted Vent's story and, like, you know, his character and personality. And all the other characters, too. Like that was perfect stuff. That was perfect material. Very good stuff. Seal, well, I remember watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged back in the day. That sucks, there's not a good Zero manga. Yeah, you know, it's kind of like the only one, I want to say. What other Mega Man series are there that, you know, either didn't have a manga adaptation or had a bad manga adaptation? Maybe Star Force? I can't remember if Star Force got anything. But, like, Classic got a good manga, X got a good manga, Battle Network got a good manga, ZX got a good manga. I don't remember or know where Star Force stands, but Zero's like the only one. Just wish they added AO in the ZX manga. You know, Ninja, I kind of don't. Because I feel like AO has been Capcom's canon for the majority of the time that ZX has gotten exposure, like in the mainstream media. AO gets a lot of screen time elsewhere, to the point where I think Vent, you know, he deserves that. Like, he deserves that one thing. They did in a chapter? Oh, did they really? Oh, she appears using Model O. Oh, I don't remember that. Gotta look back into that. Yeah, it's interesting because apparently, according to the actual canon, it seems like both Vent and Ale coexist, like along with both Gray and Ash. Like ZX Advent has it to where, you know, like you remember that one cutscene where it's showing all the Mega Man in one big shady group. Both Vent and Ale are in there, I believe. And if you go to... There's another thing as well. Okay, so you remember in Ash's story, at the end of Ash's intro, where she crashes down from that big airship stage and brings down the bridge for the mysterious lab, I believe it was. That's both the same in Gray and Ash's storylines, regardless of whether that bridge was crashed. And that bridge is only destroyed in Ash's storyline. But if you play as Gray, the bridge is still destroyed. So it leads you to deduce that Ash kind of died, or continues her story elsewhere in Gray's storyline, whereas Gray dies in Ash's storyline because the lab where Gray woke up, that's broken into, or that's all damaged and whatnot in Ash's storyline in the same way it is for Gray's, which implies that Gray woke up and that he existed, you know, just kind of elsewhere. I think that's how it goes. But yeah, it really does seem like those two coexist in the ZX universe, interestingly enough. She appears using Mono O and even says, "Wari on Misionani?" Really? Oh, that's awesome, man. Oh, I'm gonna have to look back on that. That's cool. I don't remember that at all. That's awesome. The planned but ultimately unfunded anime was to have Vent and AOS twins at the same time. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, I am forever lamenting that ZX Advent, or not, the ZX anime never became a thing. I know it was in the works, like it was planned in the cards, kind of in tandem with the games, but then it never came out.
And oh my god, I would have eaten that up like candy. I would have eaten that up until there was nothing to eat up anymore. Like, that was... ZX was my vibe back in the day. I loved it so much. I played the first game so much in particular. So I was particularly attached to that initial cast of characters with Vent and Ale and Prairie and the Guardians. You know, and like, that would have been what the anime would have been adapted on. Like that cast of characters. And man, it never ended up happening. And man, to this day... Oh, man, what could have been, man? What could have been? Dude, that would have been so awesome. Rockman the Shooting Star manga adaptation for the Mega Man Star Force Rusiano Rockman series. Oh, so it was a thing? There was a manga adaptation of Star Force? Huh. Oh, no, you're talking... Oh, wait. Yeah, I know there was an anime. Are we still debating whether there was a manga, though? I'm pretty sure... I don't remember if there was, to be honest. NT seems to consider Ale canon, while Capcom considers Vent canon. Suda wanted the new Mega Man to be a girl with a sword, but Capcom's stance was, this is a game for little boys, though. Yeah. I kind of get that. I feel like even Capcom considers Ale canon these days, though, because she was the one who made it into X-Dive. That manga actually is very cool. Thunder Berserker is a full-blown reference to Kentaro Miura's Berserk, and it's amazing. Interesting how Suda wanted his sword girl as early as X2. Yeah, with Zero. I think it was Zero, when he wanted Zero as a modified role. Then he had Ale made, who dresses like Zero, and now in GV3, there's Kieran, who's girl... Zero, frankly. Yeah, I know. I was really struck by that when I got into GV3 for the first time, and how there is renewed hoo-ha-ho action. Like, you have a sword again, you know, and it's like you say, it's a female protagonist. So I know it does kind of seem like to be an indie thing primarily, but I also do think that Capcom is leaning more towards Ale these days because she was the one featured in X-Dive, and Vent wasn't. Yeah, Star Force got a manga, and the author of the manga, Prison Mention, did a new chapter for the Legacy Collection and new artwork. Okay! Oh, I'll be darned then. Oh, thank you, Risen, for that link. Someone posted the Japanese. Oh, let me take a look at this. Oh, it's a different artist. Ah. Rockman EXE Operate Shooting Star manga needs to translate, but enjoy it. I'll be darned. Oh, it has them teamed up too. That's awesome. Yo, I like it. Oh, and it has Lan and Geo meeting up with each other. Nice. Dude, the cast looks great in this. The artwork adapts them so well. Wait, I love these character designs. The art style just does them so much. It lends itself so well to the characters. This is great. Did this guy just throw the whole manga up here? Oh no, it stops here. Okay. I wonder how much of this is there. How much of this manga did he post? It looks like a full chapter, if not more. But it's got me curious if like it was only a one chapter thing, or if it was a whole like developed series. The manga for Star Force had grittier, more grungy artwork, and when Geo becomes Mega Man, Omega Sith's personality seeps into him, so he gets more happy to participate in combat. The regular human Geo isn't happy about it. Oh, okay. It's funny, Lynx. I'm not picking up on that grittier, grungy artwork style. It seems very like happy and carefree to me, honestly. Like it seems like a pretty wholesome art style. Like from what I'm seeing from these pages here. Interesting. Manga deck should have the whole thing. Okay, I want to look into that later on. Dang. So, okay, this officially confirms that Zero is, in fact, the only manga that's crappy. Dang. What a life. Okay, saving up, because I don't remember if I saved last time. Because the manga Riz posted is separate manga by a different artist. Oh, okay, so it's different then. So, the manga that Riz posted... Oh, no. Wait. Did Riz post it? Yeah, that was the Reddit post I watched. Or I saw. Oh, I don't think I saw your links. Oh, wow. Oh, holy crap. Yeah, that's entirely different links. I didn't see your link before. I just clicked on it, and that is a jump scare of a box cover. Or a cover art, I mean. Wow. That's... I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think I would have to see it in black and white. But that's a jump scare, man. That's a culture shock. Connecting the chat. Uh-oh. Am I alive? Is the stream working? Am I dropping frames? What's going on? Testing. I'm live? Okay. It was the chat was loading for a second. I thought I was losing you. Okay, I'm here though. That's good. Dang. That's a drastic art style change though. Why did they make it so dark? Like just to accommodate the darker storyline in Star Force? It only covers the EXE SF crossover from Operation Shooting Star. Oh, okay, that explains it. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Interesting. Oh yeah, Cobra. Cobra time! How many enemies here? Like 10, I think? Do 12 just to be safe. Yeah, 10 extra enemies. Use Charge Saber when left of Harpoolia to kill him fastest. Charge Saber? I think I meant Jump Charge. Yeah. Yeah, Jump Charge Saber. That's what I use against him. The artist of the Street Fighter... I'm sorry, Street Fighter. Star Force manga in general seems to have a grittier art style, and Capcom allowed him to carry it on to Star Force. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Well, I mean, you know, it is a darker story, so I guess it makes sense in that respect. Yeah, so Amazon Japan either has pre-orders of digital copies, or they are now available for purchase. Oh, okay, okay. Risen, are you talking about the link you posted, or like the Operate Shooting Star copies? Or, oh, well, you're looking at right here. There we go. Everything is made easier by a link. A link is worth 1,000 words. Holy crap, this art! Dude. that art, that cover art where Geo is like face front, smiling, like on like front and center, that's nightmare fuel. That's like straight up nightmare fuel, man. He is like out to kill. And he doesn't need Omega Sis to tell him that. Nah, he's ready, man. He's ready to fight. He's ready to fight and kill. That's crazy, man. That artwork is insane. What the heck? Ouch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because I want to be safe. Oh, I forgot to pick that up. That's fine, though. Not that one, that's good. Did I miss one? I missed one. Hello? Die, please? Thank you. This is going to throw off my timing now. I missed my cycle. There we go. Okay, it wasn't that bad, actually. I just exaggerated it for the reverse jinx, don't mind me. Time to spark Mandrill this sucker. And notice I'm doing a jump charge slash, and it's back there. It does more damage. So there's a weird gimmick with the charge saber in this game, and it exists to a smaller extent with the other games too, but it's primarily noticeable in this one. The charge saber has a weird hitbox. There are certain parts of the hitbox which have non-elemental attributes. So I'm specifically talking about like if you use a elemental charge saber slash, there are specific parts of that hitbox that have non-elemental attributes. It's like, and I don't quite know where it is, but the reason, because that's the case, sometimes you'll hit Harpuya or other bosses or enemies, and you won't hit them with their weakness because you hit them with a part of the hitbox which doesn't register an elemental attribute. So, and it happens when you're really close to them, I noticed, more often than not. So that's why I do a jump charge slash on a Harpuya when I'm in back of him. That allows me to get off a consistent weakness attack and not catch... Because if I've tested this various ways. If I do a standing charge slash in his back, then that somehow triggers a non-elemental charge attack, which does less damage. But if you're jumping, then you can get the full charge damage, the very same you would get from doing a frontal attack. But yeah, it's very gimmicky, it's very strange, but I've got it down to where I can get the full damage off and, make it so that I can still stun lock him. That's what I'm saying. It's quite technical. Oh, you're taking off, Risen? Yo, hey, thank you for staying on and chatting for as long as you did, man. Hey, appreciate you coming on. Have a good night's sleep. Yeah, it's been, hey, dude. I appreciate it. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, thanks for hopping on. I want to make more time for your streams. Just gonna say it right now. I want to make more time for your streams too, because you're doing a lot of Mega Man stuff lately, and it's awesome, and I want to support that. But yeah, man, hey, thanks for tuning in. Take it easy, and hey, enjoy your... Well, we're not getting into the weekend yet, I guess, and enjoy the rest of your week. Was a cheat day for me. Gonna work tomorrow and back on the workout grind. Heck yeah, man. Enjoy your workout sessions. Those are always fun. Or, I mean, they can get kind of grindy, but, But in story, it gives a layer... Or wait, what? What am I missing? New story as to why Geo didn't like Mega Man. Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, I can imagine how that would integrate and kind of work into the darker aesthetic for sure. That same artwork is in the Star Force, Shu, or 3 games for one of the Giga cards. Oh, is it really? Oh, it's one of the Giga cards then. Interesting. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, the author of the manga is cool with the devs. The one with the nightmare fuel face for Geo. That's legit what it is, man. It's like a literal jump scare when you see it for the first time. It totally flies in the face of what you expect for a Mega Man box art. Like, I mean, barring the old school days, anyway. It's also why he made new official art for the Legacy Collection. Ah, okay, good on him. Yeah. Don't want to scare the kids getting into it for the first time. Like X1's dash charge shot having extra damage. Yeah, kind of like that. But I feel like it's a bug, honestly. Like, I seriously feel like it's a bug and that it's not intentional. Because it's just so weird. Like, it's a very, very, very specific part of the hitbox which doesn't have elemental attributes. I can't explain it. I kind of just roll with the punches. Dash chart. Oh, was that also a bug? Oh, I didn't know that. Dang, because that feels like legit consistent, honestly. Wow, okay, the more you know. Crazy. Sasuga interior creatures. Wait, creators? Wait, don't you mean inferior? Interior creators, inferior, and what's the difference? Come on, Seal, stop talking. Yes, let's save up. Rip to that one soldier. 07. Oh, ice? I don't want ice. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, literally, but... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. That should be enough. Please be all grouped up. They're not. They're all scattered. Rip. Interior creators are what Inti creates are called in GV optional cutscenes from talking at home base. Oh, really? Wait, they fourth wall break? Huh. Wait, so is that legit what Inti Create stands for? I always thought the Inti was just like independent. Or, well, I mean, like not really. I mean, Inti versus Indie is quite different, but kind of was low. I thought it was low key that in the English version at least in JP they say Inte, which means really Pervert Emperor, which is what Japanese fans call Inti, and more specifically Aizu himself. Wait, that's funny. It's also got inside references. Gotta love them. Yo, always gotta shout out the boss. Specifically Aizu. He deserves a shout out all day, every day. One more puncher here? Yeah, one more. And that cannon guy, and we are straight on to monkey business now. Okay, I have learned from bitter experience to open up with a charged shot, a buster shot, as opposed to a saber slash, because he usually gets the jump on me with his dash attack. Like that. Come on, man. Thank you. Let's try. Nice. That was pretty smooth. Interior creator is just a wool-sayism Matt and Andrew had to make up since Inte is very much a joke outside audiences wouldn't get. Oh, okay. That explains it. Interior creators. A Woolseyism. What is a Woolseyism, actually? Oh, this is the longest cutscene in the game. Which is quite unfortunate because it leads into a stage, which is also quite long, and if you have to reset that stage, well, guess what? Even if you save after this cutscene, you still have to go through the cutscene upon the reset. Like, I mean, again, okay, see right here, I'm saving after the cutscene. Well, that doesn't mean diddly squat. If you reset, you have to replay that cutscene all over again, and it is not fun. So long. The fake word based on Ted Woolsey, the translator of Final Fantasy before 7? Really? Okay. Oh, the lore thickens. Or deepens, rather. It's getting quite thick, too, maybe. Okay, what I'm gonna do here, and this would also break speedrunning rules, but I don't care because I'm not a speedrunner. I activate a save assist there just so I don't have to go through that cutscene upon a reset. This is a really good grinding spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, almost 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I think it's 24. I think it's actually only 22 enemies, but let's check here. Oh, only 17 enemies, actually. That's a lot. A lot less. Guy responsible for turning Kefka into a campy Joker menace. Oh, okay. Ha! Clever. Maybe. But also kind of cringy. I love this music so much. You guys serve this soundtrack to me for my last meal? That would be awesome. I'm a BRB. Okay, see you in a bit, Lynx. Get your water in your system. Stuff. Get away with this. I can. Good stuff. I could have. Okay. I'm dangerous. It's dangerous. There we go. Okay, I like this. Or do I really? Actually, yeah, I kind of do. Kind of like that, yeah. Especially if it's the last hit I can get off him. Oh, good stuff. Thanks, PC modders, for adding the remastered tracks. Oh, dude. 1,000%. 1,000,000% even. I get so much out of these games with the remastered tracks. Ouch. That hurt. Okay. I gotta practice that midsection more. I'm always getting hit by those enemies. Shoutouts to safe strats. He was nice to me there. You love to see it. Gotta ask, what would be your ideal take for a Mega Man animated movie for itself? Oh, what kind of series are we talking about? Like a classic Mega Man? There we go. Good. A Mega Man animated movie. I think Amazon is doing a good... Okay, well, it's not quite Amazon, but it's the people hiring them to do that big series of video game animated movie stuff. What's that place? What's that studio called again? But it aired on Amazon Prime. You all know the one. I think that one's looking really good. I mean, I know the first time that I watched that, I was tearing up. You know, because it's like, my boy is back! My boy is back! And it was super short. Like, too short, honestly. Oh, wait, I gotta get my shield boomerang in gear. Number of things in gear here. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what more they do, or like what else they do with that animation. Because I was eating that stuff out when it went up when it first came out. I'm down to earth, fam. Thank you. Okay, here's where it gets real. A real pain. Made the cycle. Heck yeah! Oh, frickin' garbage. Ah, more freaking garbage. Come on, man. I hate these things. There we go. I'm behind the cycle now. Hope I can get this right. Whew. Nice try, bro. Just a hair over my head. Okay. Everyone. We can take maybe one hit from Rainbow Devil if we don't hit his eye. If we hit his eye, it's over. Over and done with. I think he's... Go with this, why the heck. I could have got an extra hit off there. I was distracted. Good stuff. Dropped Amazon Prime until the second season comes out because I can't remember its name too now. Yeah, I know. It's been a while. I mean, and it was such a small thing that and it left an impression for sure. Like, dude, I love that stuff so much. But it was, you know, it was such a small project that I couldn't, you know, I can't remember who it was made by. That's bothering me a bit now, though, so I think I'm gonna look it up. It had a number in its name, I believe. Mega Man animated Amazon Prime show. I knew it would direct me to Fully Charged. Secret Level! Yeah, that was the series. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I don't think that's the studio? But that's the series. Yeah, the Secret Level Mega Man special. That was so nice. Oh, dude. When the music kicked in, you know, the Mega Man, like Mega Man's theme, when that kicked in upon his transformation into Mega Man. Oh, dude. Oh, the feels kicked in so hard. I love that stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of the visor, honestly. I think that belongs more to Star Force Mega Man, you know, Geo. But, you know, it looks good everywhere else. And they also don't like that they changed... I mean, that big robot was supposed to be Gamma originally, and he was changed to Bomb Man for some weird reason. It doesn't work as well, because Gamma is this... I mean, Gamma is, in fact, a really big robot, which looks a lot like that robot that he fights in the special. But it was changed to Bomb Man, and Bomb Man is like the same size as Mega Man in the actual canon, so it doesn't work quite very well. But, you know, you're always going into these things expecting them to take a ton of creative liberties. So, I mean, all things considered, for the most part, it was very enjoyable. And I'm very much inclined to say that that's quite close to my ideal view, like my ideal Mega Man movie. And that isn't necessarily a Mega Man movie, of course, granted. But if they were to make an actual Mega Man movie, I think that would be the way to go, with that style and all. Okay. Last mission, let's go, fam. As always, I could be spending quite a lot of time here. Okay, here, I can stunlock this guy, because I manipulated the RNG in that room to where he will use exactly the attack I want. And that's it. Good stuff. It's too dangerous to do that, or, I mean, it's a lot harder to do that in the first stage that he appears in. It's easier to do, you can do it in the refight, because the only thing leading up to that boss fight is, you know, that small enemy hallway. So it's very easy to manipulate the RNG, before that. But it's a lot harder to manipulate the RNG in a whole stage leading up to the boss. So that's why I can't do it in the initial stage where Blizzak Stagroth appears, but I can do it here because it's only that one hallway, and you know, it's small enough to where it's easy to manipulate the RNG. And basically all I do is just don't use the Buster. The Buster, every time you fire the Buster, it changes the RNG for the enemies and the bosses and whatnot. Another thing that changes the RNG is wall jumps, or particularly wall slides. And even more particularly, the dust clouds that you kick up when you slide down a wall. When you spawn those dust clouds in, they change the RNG as well. So you can see how it would be difficult to go through a whole stage and avoid all those things, like avoid like sliding down walls and avoid shooting your Buster all the way up to the boss. And you know, if you were able to do that, you might be able to manipulate the RNG of that boss in the first stage, but it's very difficult because there are a lot of factors. I dare say even a lot of factors that I'm not aware of. You know, like those are the Buster and the wall kick are things I can control that change the RNG, but I dare say there are a lot of other things that I can't control. But again, for that small hallway here, it's pretty easy because it is so small. And it's nice, too, because Blizzak Stagroth is a bit of a tricky boss, so it's nice when you can get a stun lock off him. Good stuff. I've recently begun opening this boss fight with a normal slash. Before, I wouldn't do anything, or at the very least, I would fire just a normal Buster pellet off. But opening with a normal slash allows you to pretty much perfectly... it allows you to get all your charged saber slashes off and finish them off with a perfect health, you know? Yeah, if that makes sense. Oh no, not the flame. That was wrong. Gotta go with ice. I do not like him in the middle of the room. Yeah, dash towards the end. Bad. Oh, so bad. That's terrible. I gotta reset now. That did 5 or 6 points of damage. Okay, take 2 and action. Oh, wait a doggone gosh darn minute. That's wrong. Maybe the RG's still okay. Let's see. We're gonna find out now if just even bringing up the shield boomerang changes the RNG. I hope not. Good, it didn't. Heck yeah. It depends on the Mega Man. Classic should be like 2003 anime, still a children's movie, but one unafraid of hard-hitting questions such as what it means to be alive, and Rock pondering if his existence is valid or crime. Ex-hard-boiled sci-fi police drama with shonen action scenes. Zero Robot, Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, ZX, a more upbeat face value anime with a darker underbelly. Legends, a pulpy adventure story. Dang, Lynx, you got it all down. Yeah, I think the best adaptation of Classic to date has been the Archie comics. That kind of ticks all those boxes, honestly. Do not like that attack. I should have switched my Buster. Good. Ooh, that was close. He almost punched me. This franchise fried my brain. Seemed like it supercharged it to me. Like you got the buff from that lightning bolt that hit your head. You know, you got the supercharge, you didn't get the fry. Oh, Ariga's is great too. Yeah, dude, both of those are great in different ways, honestly. No, actually, yeah, that's a great... Yeah, great stuff. Hey, how dare you jump over it? Ooh, sneaky. Yes, the crime never got adapted into an anime. Yeah, man. Oh, that would have been phenomenal stuff. Ah, would have been so good, man. They kind of tick the same, you know. I'm thinking now of the differences between Ariga and Archie, and I think at the roots they kind of tackle. I think in their own way they kind of do both tick all those boxes. Honestly, like they were both very deep. They explored some very, you know, good questions, and you know, like questions at the core of what it means to be a robot. And, you know, like the identity crisis thing that robots go through. I'm inclined to say Ariga was more dramatic, maybe. Like his was... And he did a lot of different things with the designs as well. Like the Robot Master designs. And even the, you know, even Rock's design is quite different. And I think that would maybe be more of a mature take, because it's a lot more... I feel like the vibes are more mature. I don't know, maybe. Archie borrows a lot from Ariga, but I can easily see why. Ariga executing the classic series is in an amazing way. Yeah, you know, maybe that's what it really just is. Maybe it's just the fact that Archie is just an expansion on Ariga. Like, it's kind of... it was kind of just taking notes from it and adapting it into kind of its own art style and whatnot. And explores different questions too, but yeah, definitely is dramatic writer. Yeah, a dramatic writer like par excellence, honestly. Like he, dude, it's so good, man. His art is just phenomenal too. Like it's so dynamic and cool. Don't do that. Come on, boring boss. You. Game I start with Mega Man Xtreme 2 on my GBA. Completely forgot. I found the game the other day. Oh, wait, you're saying that's the game you started with? Xtreme 2? If so, that's a great game to start with. Xtreme 2 is great, yeah. Phenomenal title. It does recycle a lot, you know? I mean, that's kind of what it is at its core. But I mean, how awesome is it? Or wait, hold on, I'm messing things up already. Uh-oh, I missed him. Yeah, okay, thank you. One more cycle through these guys, and I'll have all the grinding I need. Good stuff. Stream 2 is great, but man, it can get hard. Yo, Revankiss, have you seen the Extreme fan remake? There's a Mega Man Xtreme fan remake that was recently put out, and it's really cool. I think it was shown off during Mega May, and I was hosting that that showcase. Yeah, cool stuff. Having Zero playable in SNES type stages was cool. Yeah, I think, you know, honestly, Lynx, that's Zero's gameplay was primarily what the difficulty was at for me. Dude, his saber was so small. It was so short range. That was always my biggest issue with the difficulty in there. Like X just plays so much easier compared to Zero because he has that you know, the long range buster. That said, though, I have seen speedrunners doing crazy things with Zero and his special skills, because his special skills do a crap load of damage, and that can apparently be abused against the bosses to great effect. Did have a PlayStation back then, but that, I guess, couldn't find the classic games on it, and no, I haven't. Sounds pretty cool. Yeah, look into it, Reverend Kiss. It's a really neat project. And I mean, the best thing about it is that you can assign the dash button to a shoulder button, or just like any button, any single button you want. On, on the Game Boy Color, I think you had two options, maybe three. Those first two options were double tap dash, which is always lame. You make a lot of mistakes when you're using the double tap dash. The other thing was sliding, like the slide button input in most classic Mega Man games would allow you to dash. And the third thing, which I think was also a thing, was the select button. The select button you could also use to dash, I believe. So those were three options, but none of them were as good as a shoulder button in my opinion. But that's the thing that the fan remake allows. It allows for the shoulder button dash input, which is very nice indeed. The problem is the saber was probably so small because it would cause lots of flicker due to 8-bit hardware. Yeah, you're probably right, Lynx. Yeah, a lot of like lag and whatnot that you really don't want in a fast-paced action game, and specifically one with screen crunch due to Game Boy limitations. Okay, getting into this guy. Focus time. Cool. 3 hits, and then we jump over him and lose. Okay, that's 2 points. That's not terrible, but it could get worse. Yeah, I messed up my dash there. I was trying to jump over him, and I ran into him, and it gave him enough time to grab me and throw me into the air. But it's only 2 points. We can't take any more damage, really, but we'll play this out, see where it goes. If not, we just reset. We got plenty of time. That's the first time I got hit by Fafnir in a long time and didn't have to immediately reset, because normally he does a crap load of damage. Where did you go? Crap, I can't see her. Also bad. Okay, good, we did it. Give life to the people, give death to the Mavericks. Whoa. Okay, what you gonna do, fam? Ooh. I do not like when he's in the middle of the screen. How did I not hit him with a Charge Buster? Okay, here we go. Oh, you hate to see it. Let's go. And he's all the way on the other side. I could just stand here and spam. Look at that. I'm totally the one who killed him. He didn't set himself off. Sorry, gotta go AFK again. You're cool, Lynx. I get it, man. We got things to do. Alrighty. Home stretch, baby. Really? How come I always fail that charge? It happens way too often. Okay, where is the Gabiol? Gabiol over here. There we are. We're in business. Copy X time, baby. Zero brings the smoke everywhere he goes. Heck yeah, man. That's what he's all about. He is the legendary Reploid, awakened from a long slumber, and he's showing it. This is a long cutscene too. It was so funny. It's been fun. Now let's get down to business. Let us indeed. I could have done it there, but I'll wait it out. There we go. I messed it up. Dang it. Here's what you should be doing, and we'll mess it up a second time. There, rinse and repeat. I gotta reset now, because I messed up the combo. I don't usually do that. That's why I should have warmed up. I'm just getting practice in now, so I don't mess it up next time. See, it should be as easy as that, but if you mess up your saber timing, then he'll retaliate. It's very specific timing. Oh well, now I give Lynx more time to get back here and watch the whole show. Be here for the finale. Oh, messed that up. The worst part of it is, I would have been able to tank that hit if I didn't get hit by Fafnir earlier. It didn't have to be this way. You can see him even screwing it up a bit there. That fight's more lenient, but I was screwing up my saber combos even more there. Yeah. What you don't want is to use a double slash, because that's trickier. Where are we? Yeah, left. Honestly, can Capcom give From Software the chance to make a Zero game? Oh, dude, I kind of want that, but at the same time, Zero's run its course. You know, it's one of the very few Mega Man series with an actually good ending. Or an actual final ending, anyway. An ending with a lot of finality. What I want to see is an Elf Wars game. Or an Elf Wars series of games, and now that has a lot of potential to be explored. That'd be awesome. Okay. You're not gonna give me trouble this time, Mr. Beetle Bro. Ah, not the middle of the room, bro. Oh, I hate that. I do not like that in any way. 1 point of damage, we can take 2 more. I think I'll just run with it. Inclined to reset, but... Yeah, I took too much damage. Lynx, I messed up my saber combo on Copy X. It's very specific. What I do, I try to stun lock him with the shield boomerang saber bug, but I messed up my combo. I did a double slash by mistake, which if you're pressing the button too slow, then you'll go into a double slash, as opposed to a continuous stream of single slashes. And yeah, I failed the combo, and then he retaliated against me. He jumped up in my face, which would have been fine normally, but then, I mean, beforehand I took a hit to Fafnir, and that was like 2 damage. So then Copy X did 2 more damage, and I had to reset. But, you know, I got time. So it's cool. Elf War, are you saying something else? No, I was saying Elf Wars. The Elf Wars were cool. I gotta reset again. Didn't have to do that. It's fine, I took 1 point of damage already, so there, like, normally I'll get through that first section without any damage.
I was trying to spice up the Anubis Necromantis fight, even just slightly right there, by opening up with a normal Saber Slash instead of a charged Saber Slash. It makes the fight go a little quicker, and like I say, I'm impatient, so that's why I did it. But it's riskier because the normal charge slash has less range. Ooh. Do the thing, man. I'm messing up my combos there, too. That's not a good sign of what's to come with Copy X. Jerk. Good stuff. I fear Maha the most of all of these bosses. Thank God he's pretty early on. Just because I think all except one attack from Maha sets me over the damage threshold. I think even just taking contact damage from Maha sets you over the threshold. Sounds pretty cool. Heck yeah. Yeah, the Elf Wars is a part of the Mega Man lore, which has never been explored in any game. It's only been flashed back upon, you know? But apparently that's how all the Reploids died. Okay, no more trying to spice things up. Just going with tried and true. You can kill Anubis. You can hit him off screen here. That's something that they fixed in 03 when you refight him. Like you can't attack him or even you can't kill him or even attack him off screen in 03. It's very precise. It's like the second he shows up on screen is when you hit him. They fixed that. Okay, I'm not gonna mess up my Fafnir jump this time. It'd be embarrassing! Fafnir is just so darn big, man. Yep, mess it up. Fafnir jump secured. What the heck? The Buster? Really? It's a good thing I saw him lift up his gun. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been prepared to dodge that. Thought it was close enough. Okay, we're good. Maybe I can hit him off screen here? I cannot. L4 was the conflict in which 90% of all planet Reploids got destroyed and 60% of the human population died. Yep. Exactly. Until X and Zero brought it to an end with the help of the Mother Elf. Or no, wait. No, they were trying to seal away the Dark Elf, which by that time was occupied by Omega. If Capcom were smart, they could revive Command Mission as a sub-series and calling Yabe to be the scenario writer, having Command Mission cover the Elf Wars. Oh, that would be fire, man. That'd be incredible. I'd eat that up. Heck yeah. I'd eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dessert. Maybe even snacks in between. It would be a full course meal. Don't pull out the dragon. She pulled out the dragon. We're fine. if she's high enough like that, then the dragon isn't that big of a threat, because then I could just wiggle I just wiggle the charge saber. It's good. The problem is when she summons that dragon on the ground, then you can't do a wiggle saber as well. Eh. Already? Dude, I have so much of his health bar to whittle down. What a jerk. No, you wouldn't. Oh, come on, man. It's like the stallest of the stall right here. Okay. Stalin has completed, has finished his regime. Okay. Last one in the set. Bum, 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 bum. Trick, trick, oh. Trick, trick, oh. Trick, trick, oh. Trick, trick, oh. Trick, trick. Stuff. Okay, please let me not misjudge the timing here. Thank you. Okay, we're getting this right this time. Locking in. Locked in, loaded. Yo, Casher Sins love. Love it, man. So far, I haven't taken any damage, so we have a little wiggle room here. But 3 points is never a lot of wiggle room. Oh, come on, dash, man. Dash? No, he's not gonna dash. That's what I want. Really? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? With 2 points of health. God, what a loser. What a jerk. No freaking way. God dang it, this jerk. Ugh. God, I cannot believe that. Oh, that's frustrating. What the heck, man? First the sub-tank. The sub-tank coming in clutch on 2 points of health. Okay, well, again, we got time. What an absolute jerk. I got there with full health, too. Yeah, Sins is closest thing we'll get to Mega Man Zero for real. It's very similar. I need the Buster. Ah. Dang, I did. Ah, man. Messed that up. Here we go.
Get him? I think I got him. How do I not combo him? Let's do that again. That's what you want. Okay, 3 hits at the start, and then jump over him. Oh, I did 2. That should be plenty. Yeah. Really? Oh boy, stalling it out. Go. Do Phantom next. I'm not taking that risk. Nope. Nope, not taking that risk either. Guy's dashing all over the place today. How was that not a charge saw? He's close. Oh, frickin' really? That's why I hate it when he's in the middle of the room. Ugh. Okay, well, it looks like we're gonna be locking in for a long night now. I better I better catch up with Sha while I'm still sort of in the zone. Casshern talk. Hey, I gotta get back to Casshern sometime. I watched a few episodes, and I just stopped. You know, there wasn't any reason necessarily. I just stopped. You know, just one of those things you pick up and then drop. But I agree. It was stylistically very similar to Zero. The similarities were not lost on me by any means. Was there a live action adaptation of it? Really? How did that... Okay? Really? Hate that attack. There we go. Good stuff. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. One more thing. Water is important. Stay hydrated, folks. Good, he was nice. You know what the key is? The key is just to relax and accept your fate. Usually one follows right after the other. And it starts with your accepting your fate, usually. Yeah, and that's all the enemies. I go back and fight that extra set of enemies because it's the only extra enemies I need for the rank. The enemy requirements in this stage, fortunately, aren't that demanding. You could skip most of them, honestly. Thank you for letting me jump over, good friend. Okay, I do not thank you for that. It's the last one. Good. Only one volley. I can handle that. Okay, let's get Mr. Phantom over with too, because he threw me for a curveball last time. Spawned right in the middle of the room, then dashed toward me when I had no way of dodging that. Really? He was going on a... Oh, freaking real. He was going on a dashing spree last time, actually. Okay, well, this is his life now. And it's my life, too. Yep, this is his life now. Once he decides he wants to use that, he sticks with it. Oh, well. Oh, right in the middle, really? I hope I can dodge this. Okay, I did. Good. Whew. Oh, no, not there. Okay, good. I still got her. That was really tight timing. I had to, like, absolutely do the smallest tap for a jump and then wiggle in so I can get that charge shot off on both the dragon and her. Okay, take 4. Maybe. Okay, let me get a few practice swings in here. Come on. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, I think I got it. you're opening with that, huh? What? No, that was close. That was close. he was within a second of kicking me in the face. Or kicking me in the shins, as it would be. And that would have done 4 damage, which would have prompted a reset. That was really close. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Dang. Okay, we're good. We did it! We did the thing! Yay! That is, yeah. That is achievement or 100-point run number 10. Or is it 9? Oh, no, this file is 9, so that's file number 9 completed. So I am 91 more playthroughs away from getting 100 point playthroughs of 0-1. I did it! Yay! Yay! Celebrate! Where's the yay? Or not the yays, but what's it called? It's to make a dance. Cheer, that's right. Make a cheer! Whee! Happy vibes! Thanks for the GGs, fam. Appreciate it. The cheers, the pogs, all the good stuff. You can throw some rolls in there. Where's the roll? Yay. Yay! Throw that in there, too. All the happy ones. The happy Mega Men. Fighting an uncountable number of Mavericks for nearly 100 years. Battle after battle. So painful and so sad. But the hardest part was when I discovered that I no longer cared about fighting enemies. I'll leave this world to you. Please allow me to rest in peace for a while. Oh, you know the other one I like? Hold on. This is the other one I like. From FFZ. Shoutouts to FFZ. Let me sleep, you keep going to sleep. Let me be the one for once. I know, for real. Zero sleeps in like every other game, or dies in like every other game. How many times does he go to sleep again? Isn't it like 3? I don't know. In total, I feel it's like 3. Although X falls asleep quite a bit too. I mean, he has this slumber party, then he falls asleep again in Z3. You could also say that he's asleep in the capsule in Yggdrasil, you know, or Yggdrasil, however you pronounce that. And his soul is separated from his body there, so maybe not quite sleep, but, you know, maybe you could qualify that as well. Enemy peers, I'll terminate it. I really wish this was translated. I really wish that was translated, like verbatim, you know? Like according, like I wish the, like that's clearly, that clearly gets echoed later on in Zero's final words in 0-4. I wish this was translated better so that it could have mirrored those words more. Or overall, I wish the translators would have picked up on that, because it's clearly a call, you know, clearly a mirrored quote. So Yeah, and it's a great quote too. And I wish they did justice to it by making it sound the same, but it's similar enough, I guess. Think twice, X6, and then post Elf War. Okay, it was only twice then? Gotcha, gotcha. Let's go with fast credits. I think we did that no damage. Yeah, we did that no damage. Heck yeah. No damage! 5 minutes is pretty good too. Immortal. The Immortal King. Okay, I'm looking forward to saving this file. Okay, this will make it number 10. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll make it number 10. So the next time I play this game, I'll be going on the 10th playthrough. And if I finish that one, then I'll be 1/10 of the way there. Yo, 1/10 of the way towards my ultimate journey of being able to chat and play this game at the same time. Wouldn't that be cool? In a alternate universe where I'm actually able to focus on playthroughs like this. That's crazy. Okay, where are we at now? I could do more. Could, theoretically. But is it wise? Is it wise with my terrible habit of chatting up a storm? I don't know if it is necessarily. I don't know. I guess I should stop. I'm at a good stopping point right now, and I shouldn't spoil that. Shouldn't ruin it. Because I very well might get myself into a position where I won't want to stop ahead. But one time seeing you beat Z1, yeah, I know. It just happened to drag on long enough to where I could make that a full stream this time and not have to seek any additional content. I don't know. I need to step up my game. Like, dude, every time I do one of these playthroughs, I become acutely more aware, rather, how much more practice I need. You know, at the very least, I would like to negate the 20 to 30% debuff, like, you know, gaming debuff that I go through every time I stream these games. Like, I mean, off stream, I feel like I do a lot. I do them a lot better, you know, just because it's like their stream nerves set in. It's like, you know, you're aware that more people are watching, and you know, you feel more pressure to deliver. But I mean, like, doing anything on stream, like, even if people aren't watching, is always going to be more nerve-wracking, because I mean, at the very least, you know, it's going to be preserved, like, on video. So it's like even just the fact that it's being recorded is enough to give you a gameplay debuff, I think. But you know, that's kind of the point here, just to get good enough, get good enough with them to where I'm, you know, comfortable enough. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. It might not happen, it might happen, we'll see. The point is that it's still fun, honestly, and yeah, I do them because they're fun. If they ever stop being challenging, then I feel like they might stop being fun, but they're consistently fun to do because they are so challenging, honestly. And I've never gotten, like, super good at them. I mean, you know, good enough, but, like, not to the point where I could do them in my sleep, obviously. So, I mean, there are quite a few resets going on. But, you know, that comes with the territory of doing it live, I think. Yeah, it's always going to be like that. Even if you are, like, whenever you do anything live, it's going to be like that. But, you know, the big thing for me is that it's fun. And yeah, I guess, I don't know, what else should I say? I guess I'll look for someone to raid. Look for a raid target. Share the love. Share the zero fun. That's what it's all about, man. Let's take a look-see. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. It's very tempting for me to raid Kino again. Kino just is always on at the perfect time for me to raid. But it's like there's a part of me that also just wants to share the love, you know? Yeah, Killua, you know what's up. It's like I'm always raiding Kino because he just happens to be one of the few people who is also like shares the same crazy schedule that I have for streaming. You know, the super late thing. It's like a constant struggle, you know, for late night streamers. It's like there's no one to raid by the time you finish streaming. It's a constant struggle. Yeah, it does get difficult. I might just raid him anyway. I'll bring Killua back home. She's probably lurking like in his stream anyway, though. Or should I? You gotta wait for the Japan folk to wake up in a few hours. I know, apparently so, am I right? You're so right, Killua. Oh, Kaiser Dragon 7 is streaming ZX. I rated them once before, and they were not too keen on the Zero series when they played them. But they're getting into ZX now, and I'm kind of curious how they're handling that game, because it should be easier for them than this one. Or maybe I should raise someone new. See who's out there. Is anyone streaming Zero? There is, in fact, one Japanese player streaming Zero. I don't know. I'm lingering on this for way too long. I'm rating Kaiser Dragon. Kaiser Dragon is streaming Mega Man ZX, another very fond favorite of mine. It is a very close runner-up to Zero. But yeah, gonna raid him. Gonna check in, see how he's enjoying this in proportion or in comparison to the Zero games, which I'm not sure. I don't know, I'll find out, I guess, in a few minutes, but we'll see. Okay, that's going on, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, got a good group together. Yo, guys, thank you for chatting and just like shooting the breeze and being pleasant company. But we'll see you around, guys. This is We're Announced Legend Never Die. Oh, wait. Actually, no, I have a little more time. I thought this would take me into it just like immediately. But actually, no rush. But since I've kind of locked into that already, I'll just say anyway, Legends Never Die. Have a good one, fam. Peace out. Stay legendary.